who don't understand why you can't play with everybody, we gonna show you why you can't play with everybody. And to the people who still come on here trying to throw false accolades around and on their Dr. Cheyenne Bryant shit. This is why people like me have a field day on here, because we've actually done the work, so we know who's lying and who's not. And if we need to ruffle the air, well, we'll ruffle it, okay? Because baby, you can't ride the wind when ain't nobody put your dumb ass in it, okay? Real definition of names have power. If your name don't have no power for real, we gonna ride your wind, baby, okay? So everyone knows you riding somebody else's wind to stay relevant, and you damn sure ain't gonna ride mine, okay? Period. Okay, real doctors in the building, real accolades in the building. Okay, that's why I tell people, y'all better be careful listening to all these fake license BSN and all. When you get through, most of them are only claiming to have a different image so that you listen to them. Okay, just like Cheyenne Bryant. Okay, a lot of these people have been on here for years playing in y'all faces, and the isms are the reason why y'all allow it. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is no different than the Houston Stringer, okay, and the light skinned lady who go around trying to look like Cardi B, but talking like she's 85 years old on the back road of a plantation. Y'all can say what y'all want to, but y'all know what time it is. We gonna talk about it. I get tired of people pretending, and like I said, people say you're not black, but we all know that most black people only copy people who ain't black, unless they think you're not light skinned enough for to call them out for stuff. And again, when you blur the lines of color, these are the people who try to play with me the most. And I've already told y'all this. If you look too close to dark skin or black to people that where you can't claim whiteness, most of them are going to try to walk in your image. If you are a certain type of biracial or have whiteness in you, they are the ones that they allow you to stay in their image. But just like my title says, we're going to talk about it. And I don't care about being seen as messy. I've done the work. So me just telling a truthful read is okay, right? And just like my thumbnail, a lot of people are trying to clean up their dusty, clean up their self hatred. But we're going to talk about it. So shout out to @BeyondTayler and all the other people who like to steal my content. And you have never gotten out of your creator's block. You just found people you want to mimic and aura farm. But one thing about me, you ain't gonna aura farm me, bitch, because I'm gonna call you out and let you know I'm not with that goofy shit. Okay? Just like Cheyenne Bryant and anybody else, all of y'all gonna be on here telling you what you do in the darkness, because you surely can't tell it from me. So again, tune in and be just as dusty as you were last year with your weird bleached dreads and rough, okay, appearance and everything else. Imagine trying to rebrand it to someone's real life. My life is not your content. And I don't care who I have to tell this and how many times I got to tell them. You want to be messy? Cool. But make sure you're being messy with someone's image who don't care about their image, who haven't earned their image. Okay? You're not a therapist all of a sudden. Okay? You ain't jumped into no quantum of richness. If you did, you would have came back to YouTube to beg and pretend you're something you're not. We have a lot of people who pretend they are breaking their creator's block with my content, just like Honor 'em and many other people. And y'all know I don't care. So if you want to come here and act stupid and be ignorant, cool. But make sure you do that with people who ain't actually did the work, because they can call you out. Okay? This person tried to do the same thing on my channel. Okay? Had to literally changed her name and everything. Her name used to be Girls Union. When I called her out for stealing my content and then being upset about me calling her out, she tried to use her minions to come on my channel to act like they was gonna fake harass me, not understanding if I need to pay for an address, if I need to pay for access, it's nothing. Okay, get your weight up and your money. Okay, so that being said, what's up, Honor 'em? Because you guys are still on my channel faithfully. What's up, whores? Okay, because we're gonna talk about it. This is what happens when a lot of your mothers are the same whores you become. And you spend your lives battling the same women who act just like you. And no one wants to deal with you. No one wants to be seen with you. And you still swear to God everyone's copying you. You have nothing to copy because you've never done the work, never will. The most work you will ever do is finding someone to aura farm and pretend that is your aura. Okay? So watch how they transform. I also do live streams and conversations where I tell you how the hoe rebrands herself. Okay, how the underaccomplished rebrand themselves when they're not getting the dusty results someone dustier told them they will get from acting like whores and fake leveled up prostitutes who have never gone to college, who have never done anything. Okay, can't do anything with education you don't have. Okay, so real definition of why do you have more clothes than you have money in your bank account? Preposterous. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. You're not the only people that do this, but we're here to talk about all of you. Okay, because again, I don't care who it is. Um, I can bring it up because this is my life. It's not for other people. You guys are in love with losers who love losers, and you only love to talk about the losers after other people are putting them on display. Okay, so again, just like my title reads, okay, let's talk about it. And I love talking about this. I was just talking about this with my friend because she had called me and was like, "Girl, I swear to God, I just seen a video and it was basically your whole live stream from the other day." And like I know this because I don't care what people say about the numbers. If my numbers was lower, I have always gotten the views. I don't care if you come back later, I still get the views and the watch hours. So when you call out people for mimicking, for stealing content, they be like, "Why you mad? Just do a live stream with me. Mark the messenger." Okay, Q Reeves experience. All these people come on here, and there's many, many more. Okay, these are just the people who try to buck the system like somebody's scared of telling them to stay the fuck out of my space. Okay, like why would I be scared to tell you to stay out of my space type shit, right? So again, when you've done the work, you don't have to be scared to speak up. Okay, you don't have anything to lose because you've already built what you needed to. Who gonna help me lose it? Somebody that can't even get anything for themselves? I doubt it. Okay, so let's go. Just like my title says, we're gonna talk about it. And the title says, the person you are is who they are responding to, because most people respond to you based off of exactly who you're presenting in spirit. It don't matter what you think you're covering up in essence or pretending to be like, and do it well. Okay, I don't care how much you mimic, the real you will always come out, and people that see the real you will always go ahead, okay, and take a quick left. Okay, the first time you ever show your ugly face, a big two-faced, any type of deception, most people see that who are spiritually inclined really quick. Okay, so Taylor Beyond. Okay, I'm so proud that in a year you have used my entire channel to rebrand your image. I'm so grateful for you. But make sure the person you're trying to pretend to be is not shitting on you terribly. Okay. And make sure you actually have the gifts of that person, because there are a lot of things going on in your life, Taylor. You do not want to come to the internet. Okay. If you quantum jumped into richness, okay, you would be able to do giveaways on your channel like I do. I don't care if I had 1,000 subs only. I can still give back to my subscribers because I want not, and I'm not here to sell them a dream. At that point, it becomes, why are you trying to get in people's minds when you're schizophrenic? Druggies and different people always come online pretending that they have the knowledge when certain things don't work out. Okay. And like the title says, the person you are is who they are responding to. Okay. And the person you're pretending to be is humbling you. And that would be me, because you can come on here dressed like a fake spiritual aesthetic whore, okay, and then come on here with bull rings in your nose and colorful blonde, bleached, damaged hair and everything else, and pretend you're a spiritualist. But as soon as you find someone else's image that you feel is more powerful and inducing, you think you're going to copy that and do it well. So you can keep buying the cheapest microphones off of Amazon, okay, and repeating my content. But just like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, okay, most of y'all come here and get embarrassed when people come show who y'all really are behind all that fake shit. Okay, you're still the same person. You're the same dusty person who locked up your self hatred a while ago. Okay, that's still you. Okay, you can change the makeup, the lighting, the camera settings, change the hair color. You can change all of this shit. You're still the same dusty fake spiritualist that you were a year ago. Okay, so changing your wardrobe, dyeing your hair black, pretending that all of a sudden you are a licensed therapist that has very compatible information for people. Okay, selling people a dream you have never worked for. You do not have the credentials of. You do not have the experience of. You are not a part of any of Coven to even understand what you're talking about. If you were, you would be protected as a spiritualist. Period. So again, make sure the person you're trying to pretend to be isn't someone like me. Make sure the aesthetic that you're trying to go for, okay, is actually yours. Because again, Most of y'all, it ain't nothing to pull y'all cards because y'all cards is being somebody else. And can't nobody else really pull your card but the person you're pretending to be. It's a very humbling experience. But like I said, I was just talking about this with one of my friends, and she said the same thing, how she was seeing so many people who were mimicking what I was talking about pop up on her timeline randomly. And it's funny because they forget when certain people view certain people, they type in certain words or certain things just to see what people have spoken on about that. And they pretend it's so hard to find your mimickers or the people who are actually gang stalking you. Most people talk about gang stalking. They're not getting gang stalkers. They are the damn gang stalkers. That's why they're talking about it. People like myself are used to being gang stalked their whole lives. And you only protect it with what you have in you to protect you with. Past that point, most people meet their maker about you. Okay, so again, this is a place where people come to pretend that they can steal and or farm anyone and display that to the world as their own truth. And the people they're doing it from can't say anything because it's so normalized. I beg to differ because most of you guys are loser schizophrenics, okay, who are in positions of non wealth. And you're still trying to, what's it called, 6 degrees of separation your way to the top. Well, do that with white people. You can't do that with people who are too close to your likeness. And again, y'all are quick to let me know I'm not black enough to talk about certain things. Meanwhile, if you feel you're dark enough to steal what I'm talking about, that's what the first thing you come over here and do. In other words, you're black enough, I can overstep you. I can stand in your place. I can step in the place of you and act like I'm. No, you can't. Okay, you better ask Cheyenne Bryant and many of the other people. You better ask the DL Whisperer. Okay, you better ask T.S. Madison and a lot of other people who always have to get their wake up calls the ugly way. And just like they did, most of them even get where they are by bussy bopping. Okay, and yes, I said bussy because y'all still believe a lot of these grown ass men in drag are women. Okay, it's the women who are not in drag who are making the hurdles for other women to cross over that look like them. So you can come over here and talk about Becky and Maria and everybody else all day. It's your dumb black ass that is on here mimicking and trying to orphan people who you feel are close enough to your likeness to steal from. And you don't fuck with us. It has nothing to do about ethnicity and race. It is about you haven't put the work in. So stop pretending you have. It is that simple. If you ever want a real read, the best thing you could ever do is try to mimic a darkness priestess with their own covens. You ain't nothing to find. And most of the time, if I ever find you, it's because you're riding my wind. Get the fuck off of it. It's really that simple. Because it's not for you to ride, nor do you have the in depthness, the experience, or the fire you need to carry this load. So if I were you, I would stay on the path of pretending you're spiritual and doing tarot cards and reviewing books like you were when you first got on your channel. You are not a priestess, an empress, okay? You are not a teacher of any sort. You can barely control your own thoughts in between how much you masturbate in a day. That being said, play with your pussy, not me, because I could care less. I really could. It's you who won't allow me to play less. And I don't care. If you want to come on here and act like what you aren't, why would I be ashamed of coming here and speaking my truth? Like I said, I'm not a content creator. Therefore, what I'm talking about, my life, my perception, my knowledge is not your content. It is not your aura to farm. Nor will your peasant ass ever stand in the place of me, dear. Okay, do the work before you come on here and do yourself a disjustice, okay, by embarrassing yourselves. Again, you're still the same dusty, bull ring wearing, camera filter changing, okay, got your nails done but don't have the money to buy food as person you were when you got here and still are now. After all, that's why you stay on here faithfully, like most content creators. But don't feel bad. You're just not as big as a lot of the other people like Sheer Seven, the Level Up Guru, and other people you're trying to fake mimic. Because if you were actually mimicking them, you would get the same results that everyone else gets. Nothing. You'd have to go to TikTok and other places to pretend you're doing something exceptional. Okay? And you're not. That's why things like TikTok and everything else was demonetized. Everything else will be demonetized. And most people on here are getting demonetized. Half the people that already have been plagiarizing my content, guess what? They are unmonetized. Real definition of be careful who you copy, because some of us do the legal background, so we can just wait for you to be stupid so we can call your number. Okay? You may not understand things spiritually, but one thing you will always understand is when white people stop your money, won't you? Well, it's only certain things that will make them stop your money. Plagiarizing, if they don't give you permission, is one of those things. And they don't want no smoke with people who can afford to actually sue them too. So, past that point, be careful who you plagiarize from. And don't worry, if I haven't got to you yet, you'll probably be demonetized real soon too. So, you'll be up there posting your Cash App tag and stuff up there real soon too. Don't worry. And again, you're welcome to let me know what makes you feel you can walk in the place of someone who could take your breath out of your body without ever seeing you one time in person. That I would love to know. And past that, I would like to know why so many people who are nothing more than baby mamas feel like they are experts at life if you're still one of the losers who got trapped with having someone's seed you don't even connect to. You're too busy trying to connect to the world around you and the people in it. Where are your children? What are you talking about that actually involves your life story, not the story of someone who didn't choose to be a bed wench? You let me know that. Because again, I've never seen so many whores pretend they are divine. And you look just like the chick who was on my channel. It's so funny how similar certain black women look when they have like schizophrenia and they be lying like it's ADHD. Bitch, you have hatred in you. Okay, you have self hatred and envy in you. Okay, don't they look so much alike? They look so much alike. Y'all could be twins, god damn it. Oh my goodness. Okay, stop it. But y'all do. Y'all be up here mimicking everybody, and when people call y'all out, y'all be acting like they crazy. Baby, folks ain't crazy. Okay, I don't care what nobody say, bitch. If I don't know nobody else, ho, I know me. Okay, I promise you I know me. I may not know you, but every time I see myself in something, I'm gonna be like, but bitch, that's me. Okay, what you no, absolutely not. Okay. You know when stuff don't look right. You know when it don't sound right. When you recognize the message but not the messenger. Okay, stop it. Okay, I am absolutely one of those people, and I will absolutely pull your card, honey. Okay, real definition of bitch. I'ma deal the cards and you if I have to. Fuck with it. Okay, real definition of who the fuck are you hoes in these weird ass parts of the world. Okay, don't care what you say. You don't know your roots enough to even talk about roots and divinity in the first place. Your parents are usually the peasants who left their roots to create new ones in a place you thought white folks and other people was gonna treat you better. So you still down here mimicking people who know our roots because we the ones that laid them. Okay, and we'll lay you up your ass right with them. Period. Okay, like I said, it's so amazing how y'all look so similar. All the psychopaths, all the bald headed baddies, okay, all the texture worry abouters, okay, because I be so like, I'm so proud of y'all for showing the world y'all's insecurity as black women, and y'all give the full stage to losers like this. Y'all do. A whole bunch of light skinned losers. And I thought it was funny that when she did this video, she actually thought it was a good idea to put her hair in a bun too, to actually do her makeup kind of similar. And then put on a white tee and because the thing is you're lame too. Okay, imagine people talking about transgenders who are lame standing in the place of you, and you're still online talking about them standing in the place of you as if they're women. How embarrassing. But you're so spiritual. The only spiritual war that you really should be talking about is why there are so many grown ass men in drag standing in the place of you next to people who are calling themselves women, okay, behind the scenes. But on the scenes, they are considering themselves high value men. I'm guessing y'all have never really seen trans in person before or understood or anything like that. That most of these men that they are doing all this cap for, okay, you can tell they are trans men and trans women. And y'all still up here mimicking low value people who are trying to get all of your high value respect for standing in the place of you. And of course, you're destiny swappers. Of course, you're tethers. That's all you know. That's all y'all talk about a lot of times as black women, period. Most people have already, everybody, the race of women damn near has seemed to already understand that they're competing against lady boys. Okay. They've already understood this. Okay. Why are so many black women still on here talking about trannies who are standing in the place of you? Because your dumbasses aren't even doing the work. And the women who are, y'all don't even fuck with them because you're too busy talking about transgenders and the people who haven't done the work like y'all. But you want praise for what? Talking about the same shit you don't have. You don't have a doctorate degree either. Okay, you're on here selling gossip. What is the difference between you and the person in your thumbnail? Nothing. You're both on here selling bullshit. Okay, you're selling bullshit conversations with people who are bored in life, and the other one is selling sex and everything else that comes with being the transgenders that are passed around through the industry that they are. But if you are so spiritual and knowing, why don't y'all talk about this on your channels? Asking for myself. Because after all y'all do is talk about trannies all day. Oh, I love Lotto. Oh, I love Megan. Oh, I they could come out and show you the dick and balls themselves. Okay, and y'all know it ain't even AI. It's a real concert, and y'all still will be up here. That's my girl, and then be ready to mollywop each other over dusty men who don't even want you. That's what they want. Is what you have to turn yourself into. Okay, some big four-headed losers who gossip about other big four-headed losers. Mm, make it make sense to me. I need y'all to make it make sense to me. Where did we miss this? We staying on topic. Oh, they look so much similar. They are so similar. But I also laugh because a lot of these people have so many personalities. They look so different in their time periods because it depends on who they're mimicking. How did you get so much darker? Asking for myself. What made you actually connect the dots? What do you know about shadows, dear? What do you know about shadows, shadow work, or anything else? Let us know. Real thing that you probably should know, you should cut off your dreads and you might actually be able to stop that creator's block. Seriously. I know y'all be trying to get length because y'all hate y'all hair textures, but you could absolutely get the length and it actually be yours and you're not hiding and locking in that bad energy and trauma that you're connected to. And you could also, like I said, stop lying about having creator's block. Creator's block and how most of y'all block it is by copying somebody that other people haven't discovered yet. And that's it. Okay, that is the only thing you are copying. And a lot of y'all are so used to mimicking openly, y'all don't even be embarrassed until somebody calls you out. Because who else the fuck are you mimicking? Do tell your inspiration. And you can't because most people who have common sense already know your inspiration. And again, just like Cheyenne Bryant and many other people, Level Up Guru, Shira Sevens, all these people do the same thing. They come on here and pretend they are life coaches and experts, and they're really down bad bitches who hide behind the paper bag test usually. And if they feel like you can't pass the paper bag test, better believe it's your image they're going for first. Okay? And a lot of these people feel like you're too close to their image to where if they steal from you, you can't say nothing. You would just support them because black women don't get enough support. Well, I support my damn self. I am the black woman you guys would consider an exotical. So when you come to me, make sure you come to me the way I'm coming to you. It's not out of disrespect, it's out of have you done the work? No, you haven't. So why are you trying to stand in the place of people who have? And why does it take someone damn near embarrassing you with truth for you to stop mimicking? Oh, baby, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to like my anything. I'm not here to be liked. Okay, imagine when you tell them the truth, a lot of people just mad because they want to be like, but you just this, but you can't make me denounce who I am because every step of the way you still trying to figure out who you are. Okay, you want to be Indian this day, you want to I don't care what you think you are. Live in who you are and stop trying to change who you are every 2 seconds that somebody else's attention is hitting the algorithm. Because like I said, when they make songs like Do Everything for Clout and all this other stuff, I laugh at it so much because they're really talking about y'all. Okay, y'all be up here twerking and popping to people literally talking about you. Because y'all do anything for clout, including orifying people y'all swear to God ain't the standard of anything. But you know who to mimic though, because you sure aren't mimicking the people that you act like, that you grew up around, that you're not mimicking those people. Your life footsteps haven't led you down the same paths. And like I said, I'm not here to be liked, so I don't give a fuck if you come in here and like, dislike. I really don't care. Okay? Because I'm going to talk my shit because I can. And if it has nothing to do with you, you ain't got to be here. But we all know people only like messy lies. The messy truth don't feel good because half the people who don't like the messy truth are the same ones doing the same shit to everybody else around them and then crying black power. Yeah, y'all can let that go. Your grandparents and parents don't even like each other. Okay, if they can find them a light skin, a dark skin, or all the isms, okay, most of y'all would have never been born, and that's the only reason why some of y'all are born and familyless. Okay, because somebody just wanted to participate in the isms, not participate in evolving you as a bloodline, and that's still what most people are dealing with. Okay, you're battling your schizophrenia because they should have left the mental asylums open. And on top of that, the people you want to imitate are some of the most complex people. You damn near drive yourself crazy trying to imitate them. Ridiculous. Shame on those of you who pretend you're so smart, but you're the main people who hype up these people's schizophrenia. Ridiculous. Pretending you can't tell is astronomical in a time where most of them have been online 10, 15 years and have accomplished nothing, have given back nothing to any of their communities. If you have reached your level of wealth, like you say, young lady, okay, why haven't you blessed your community? Bless your community with something other than buy this, go look up this, join this, buy that. What have you given back to the people who are the only reason you can even get a YouTube check if there was to be one offered? And you can't give your audience back anything other than your big mouth. Talk is cheap, money is not. So if you are really entering this richness you claim you don't have to manifest, why can't you bless the people who are even giving you attention enough to listen to you? Make it make sense. All that money, most people can only afford to change their image. What else did you change? Like they've been saying many years, the proof is in the pudding. And you don't have any pudding, and you definitely don't have any proof. Because if you did, most people can't wait to hit people in their mouth with some goddamn money. So why do people be still trying to hit everybody in their mouth with somebody else's image, someone else's message, someone else's actual hard work? Tell us that. Because like I said, truth is not messy. Plagiarism, okay, or farming, gang stalking, is something that a lot of people do. So imagine when you already know there's several members of different bloodlines gang stalking you. And then they turn around and look at you crazy for calling them out for it. No one cares. Stop doing it. Again, imagine not having content for a year and then all of a sudden your content is programmed around shit that ain't got nothing to do with your type of essence. Real definition of when coochie sellers and other people trying to take over, you know, conversations that they're really not a part of. So yeah, I can talk about it. Why not? Why wouldn't I? And again, I love this for you guys because only the people you're mimicking can humble you. Matter of fact, because like I said, only certain people know if you have different things. Let me see what my friend is doing because I love to talk about stuff like this. I do. I sure do.
Oh dear.
Hola, hermosa. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just listening to your song.
Oh, really?
Beautiful Darkness.
Ah, well.
Okay, I'm the magician. When I find you, I'll call your number. And you called me.
Girl, that is so funny because I'm literally calling you on my live stream right now. So just to let you know,
Oh,
you
I'm
are
so honored.
you are in the
I'm
background.
on the live stream. I'm on the live stream. Everybody listen, listen.
Girl, they I don't know if they can hear you because they've been saying lately I'm staticking. So it might be staticky, they might hear you clear. But I was just talking pretty much about how, like when you have a YouTube channel and stuff, that there are more
Mm-hmm.
people who steal your content that look like us then
Mm-hmm.
there are people who are be like that even be studying us as black people, period. So when I tell people most of the people standing in their way look like them and they're just mimicking
Mm-hmm.
you, but people act like they can't stop liking the people who are mimicking them.
Girl, tell me about it. It's not just that. It's like the whole audacity of you like one person because they're the aesthetic that you want, but you don't like the other person who's giving the truth.
Perfect. And that's what I mean. They want to leave the messenger pretty much, but take the message. And then when you call them out for it, it becomes a, but who do you think you are? You don't fit the image of what? That's white supremacy gave you, that your mama
Mm,
told you about, or what? The isms?
mm, mm. Um, can you please stay up and around the top? Because I get so tired of folks because I don't understand why it's always kind of this thing with freedom of speech and people should be able to say what they want to say, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But when it really comes down to it, if it doesn't have one of those isms or in a select box, then all of a sudden there's all these restrictions.
Oh yeah.
Where are these restrictions coming from? Hmm? Tell me. Why? Because I'm wearing makeup, so now I can't be spiritual, or I look a certain way. I'm like this a certain type of skin color, so now I can't be spiritual, or I'm too spiritual, and uh, I'm just not palatable to the people who are lower than I am. Well, what are you talking about? And why are these little standards in place where I never put those standards there, right?
Absolutely.
You as a creator, I'm sure you never put those standards there. These people are putting standards on you, right?
Correct. Correct. And this is why I feel like a lot of people don't understand the spirituality that they're hearing about most of the time are these people's spiritual war with not being able to destiny swap the person they're trying to
Mm.
destiny swap. So, of course, all their titles sound strange but intriguing, but they're actually in a battle of spiritual warfare against somebody who's not battling them. So it becomes a, of course, this person is going to hate how successful you are. This person is going to die trying to conquer you. This, like, why are you trying to send threats that have never worked before? You, if you could send threats that well and they land, half of y'all would have your families in order right now. You would already be in a new home. Your mortgage would be paid off. Like, if you could do all of this commanding and with the power of your voice, why the fuck you haven't commanded and manifested all the stuff you still on here having conversations about and mini clapping and okay, have you okay. Like when I come on here and say, have you went 3 years without paying a bill to where the roof is over your head? Until then, shut up, okay? Because you're check to check like most other people are check to check. And if you're not, it is absolutely because you deserve it, because you worked for it, you put in the. What do you mean? Until you can actually say you want not, you are wanting. You are here out of wanting. And most of it is attention. Because if you can attract the attention, the materialism is what you're trying to manifest from that attention. Stop your capping. If you had what you say you had, you could come here and bless people and not have your damn hand out. Your palm energy says beggar. Okay, stop it. Okay.
Palm energy, huh?
Your palm energy is reading beggar because every time you come here, your hands is out and you are not the one giving the abundance. Period. And the abundance is not in your words. Okay.
Let me sip this tea.
Ah, honey, it's hot. Be careful. It's a little hot. Okay. But no, that's literally what I'm talking about on my live stream. And I just remember you had told me, like certain people, like even when it came to your name on there and stuff like that, I just found it so crazy that people will even just try to take somebody's whole name and just add it to themselves. But I remember like maybe like 10 years ago. And I was on Facebook, and I don't use Facebook or nothing like that, anyways. Now, how could you? Okay, unless you are absolutely schizo. So, years ago, I remember I was on there, and I used to go through and happy birthday. Okay, it's my cousin's birthday. Oh, look at my auntie. Okay, look at my cousin. Okay, so you just go through and show your love and stuff, right? So, I remember I was on there, and it was people who were so close to my age. In other words, you grown enough, you shouldn't have be idolizing nobody so hard that you change your real name on your actual Facebook profiles to somebody else's name. Motherfucker was like, Dre Sean, money bag, whatever. And I was like, Nigga, did you just put another nigga name in your name? Cause I know you ain't talking about the money itself. Okay, it'd be like on some. These niggas is so in love with people they don't know. They are adding their essence to theirs and pretend if you meet regular people whose name is not out there, they're not doing the same thing. Make it make sense. How come you wouldn't? You don't know these niggas. Okay, so why wouldn't you do it to somebody else you don't know? You don't know these people, and most people who are in love and just over enamored with these people, they can't even afford to even go support these people in person.
Right. And like I said previously, a lot of people that you're so enamored with wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire, okay? They are not thinking about you. They just want you to go to their concert or go whatever it is that they're trying to do, sell their book, sell their conference, whatever it is, and then say, well, you're the dummy that paid for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you believe this? I'm just so shocked and shook to my core the amount of people who try to take other people's personalities, their character, their who they are in essence. It's not even like, oh, I'm trying to admire you. No, they're not. They're not. I don't even know who thought of that. Because it seems like the more social media is out, the less I see of the individuality and the independence of people. Everybody's running after some type of aesthetic.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, well, who are you? And they can say this their name and who they're with, or what type of children they have, or whatever. I'm like, you have to be more than such and such mom.
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
to be more than such and such dad, or so and so's girlfriend, or such and such's husband. Well, I don't understand what's going on with people. And I think this is a part of the whole thing where you no longer have a mindset of for yourself, so much so that if you decide that you want to, you think you're going to be laughed at. But it doesn't matter if you're laughed at.
I agree.
Who cares if you're laughed at? This is why the elite is still elite, because they think that you're the dumb one for falling for people who are just as poor and just as dumb as you.
You said that so directly, so blunt, but it's true. Like, I remember the first time there's a website called Fiverr, and there's a couple other websites that I was using. I've been using these for years. I've been getting my bank on Fiverr and other stuff, ghostwriting for people for years. I remember the first time that I ghostwrote a song for Chris Brown, and I was so shocked, and I didn't believe I was doing it because I was like, but why the fuck I'm writing for you? Because I was like, and he wasn't the one I was talking to directly. So I'm talking to your team about songs and an essence that has to do with you and being freaky and everything else. But I feel like all you're gonna do is take what I'm saying and add girl to it, basically. Like, yeah, girl, like whatever. But the thing is, if they putting you with all this money and all this space where you can be comfortable, why the fuck you don't have the comfortability to write your own music? Cause y'all lying. Whose essence did you take? Whose essence and identity and swagger and style did you take to get where you are? Cause what you mean you can sing so good and then had the nerve, like it got me because I was like, I was a little bit younger, so I was like, bitch, that 10,000 look good. Okay, so I took it. Okay, I did. I took that 10,000. I was like, sure, I'll write for you, peasant. But at the same time, I realized that these folks was pretty much not who they say they were. They would get you. They would be trying to talk to you like you a dog on the street, but bitch, you reaching out to me to give you a sound. Okay, you asking me to give you a hit for the summer, for the year, to help you top a chart for a whole bunch of idiots to come support you at a concert, knowing damn well your drug addict ass ain't written nothing. Song of the year, to a junkie. Okay, to a junkie who performing somebody else's talent, and everybody's up in awe about it.
Can I add an addendum to that?
So sad. Yeah, of course.
You know what the addendum is? what makes it even worse is that not only are you a junkie, but you underpaid me.
He did. I ain't gonna lie. When I realized, I was like, bitch, you made how much off this song? Oh, I upped them prices like it was pure cocaine. I was like, oh my God. No, you didn't. Yes, he did. And when I realized everybody else was doing it, Asian dog, all these other people, I was like, oh, bitch, I'm gonna tax y'all till you can't even use my services. Because you ain't gonna do nothing but take what I'm saying and put it on a low life image anyway. So might as well tax you for it. Okay, go sell a little bit more coochie for it. Okay, do whatever you need to do. And that's how I feel to this day. That's why I say it is your gifts will always make room for you. But by the time you get in the room, you gonna be the elephant in the room because you're the only one that remember how the fuck you got there and why you're there. Because everybody else ain't got no reason to be there. Period. Okay, and at that point you be like, nah, bro, I'm good. I don't do that shit. I don't drink. I don't, because everybody around you is just functioning junkies. And some gay guys, fashionista mindset. Okay, they up there dressed like a penis, and you just like, why am I even here? Oh, I'm doing the makeup. Okay, touch up, touch up. You be embarrassed after a while, like, what am I doing with my life? Oh my God. No, this cannot be the top, honey. This cannot be. And that's literally how I be feeling. So I'm just at the point where I feel so bad for people who still hyping the culture vultures and the skin bleachers and the self haters and they let you know 24/7 that they hate themselves and they wouldn't dare want to procreate with anybody or chill with anybody really who's not part of the isms. So I'll be like, y'all literally love the Red Dawn. Y'all love
The Red Dawn.
They love their Red Dawn, honey.
Right.
They be up here like,
Right.
I hate you because you're black and Puerto Rican, but I love me some Cardi B and she black. Bitch, Cardi B told you she wasn't black and she called you cockroaches. But I bet she won't call me no roach in Spanish. Okay,
I bet.
I bet she
Knows how
won't.
to speak Spanish
She gonna
because
start
he
back
knows
speaking
Spanish.
English when she talk to me. She be like, "Oh, you speak that shit good, New Yorker." Anda brasa, huequero. Wouldn't know shit. Okay, stop that fake ass. You ain't foreign nothing. You are from here. Okay, from a part that most people don't ever want to go to. Stop it.
Yeah, I feel like people like that they rise them out from some ranch somewhere or Timbuktu, and then they make them into the people that they are. Because how can it not be so if people like Cardi B can drug other men and still be out here in the wild?
What you mean, drug other men?
She was, she or he, whatever it is, was talking in there. Because I saw that Adam's apple. Don't play with me.
Oh my God. They don't care. They love the queens, honey. They in love with the queens. They let T.S. Madison come on. Everybody gonna be like, Queen, you're here.
I bow humbly.
Well, what do you mean? She must have drugged her own boyfriend or something. Probably. Ain't no telling.
Probably. But
I ain't heard about that.
if it was me, I'll be up under this jail cell.
No. It's okay. We'll get you out.
People.
We'll get you out.
That's my girl.
When you can make the bond, don't you worry. We'll be there. Okay. Be there with a smile. Let her out right now. Okay. Here's the money. God damn it. What did you say? You know we don't have freedom of speech anymore, crazy. God damn it. Girl, you know before, don't care. But we so serious though, what they don't understand.
Exactly, because all of us can see with our own eyes. Just take off your glasses, your rose-colored glasses, and pretend like you see for real, for real.
Yeah, I be thinking like, girl, how you can't tell that everybody on baddies and loving hip hop? These are some big headed tranny men. And y'all be up here like, oh, did y'all see such and stuff like such and stuff, bitch? All I saw was niggas jacking. All I saw was not knees and feet big enough to knock Shaq off his feet. That's all I see. Okay, I don't know what y'all looking at. Okay, then they wonder why they look so masculine when people see them and they're actually a woman with big feet and big, because you don't look like these trans and stuff that are getting these surgeries to feminize their features to look more feminine than yours. You ain't never thought to get no surgery on your hands. Okay, to make them look feminine, to get rid of the veins in them, and you ain't never thought about that, have you, as a woman? Okay, but men absolutely won't tell you. They look at it too. They won't tell you that. The amount of men who grab my hands and be like, "Oh, they're so baby soft and so young and so," I bet they is. Now stop touching me, okay? Before they not be like that. Okay, the real definition of you doing too much. You ain't even got to do all that. Okay, men who like the oochie coochie, honey, they gonna always chase it and they gonna go to war about it. It's these men who like boy booties, okay, who up here got you fighting yourself spiritually. I don't give a fuck what you say, because you wouldn't have to fight against me spiritually if you understood what the fuck was going on. Period. Okay, your war is not with me, boo. And that's definitely not the war you want, because I'm not a warlock. Okay, we gonna take the nigga from you and take you right on out of here, because that be about your only protection. There, imagine when they don't understand. Yeah, the warlocking is stronger than anything they could ever produce. What spirituality, what bounding, what actual covering have black women and other women really created for themselves? Now, other women have done a good job at covering themselves behind the scenes with spirituality, and for some of them, witchcraft, depending on who they are. But when it comes to black women, they only cover themselves with transgenderism and then be looking at you like, I hate the feminine in you. Well, bitch, find yours. Okay, if you would stop trying to find me and read me and aura farm me, we'll be able to have a conversation with you. And it ain't nothing to argue about that you ain't already talked about before. Okay?
See, this is the thing, and I feel like you're stepping around it, but you're saying it and not saying it at the same time. So
What?
I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
The oral transcendence that you have, or that a lot of our women have, I'm talking about women with wounds, women. I've when you brought up people copying, but it's more like a mocking, because it's usually not the people that you think it is. It's a lot of times men who are trying to, quote unquote, they say that they're acknowledging you, but they're trying to, in actuality, take your place.
Of course.
We're having more problems with men trying to take a woman's place than women trying to take other women's place. Well, going back to what you were talking about with destiny swapping, I don't even think we, as women, really take that seriously. And this is why we're in such a detrimental type of thing where we have problems with people like Cardi B. You're having a problem with this man because this man will bop up on you like a man, but pretend like this man is a female in front of you.
Of course. I feel like
they don't go ahead.
This is why I find it it's so concerning when women would rather sit up and complain about men, but they won't complain about the men in drag who were not around you when you were growing up. Your uncles didn't dress like this around you. They didn't act like this. Your uncles wasn't doing y'all makeup and shit. They wasn't sitting here talking to you about dick and the first time they bottomed. Go look online and see how many grown ass
like
men.
came with the crack
Do you hear what I'm saying? Where was all these niggas at when we was in school? Meaning we all went to the same places and territories. We slept on, a lot of us as family members and stuff, we slept on the same paddlets. It was a lot of stuff must have been going on them paddlets that the motherfuckers ain't talking about. And we talking about the boys. The boys who never become men. Ain't no boys to men because they still acting like little boys. So we gonna talk about it for what it is. Okay, the boys who will always be boys, because I guess that's when their boyhood was taken. So, yeah, when you get through,
I am sympathetic.
I am sympathetic to the fact that I do feel like a lot of women feel like they're the only ones who get taken advantage of. But guys do
Yes.
too. But the thing is, if you didn't want that to be a reoccurring thing to where it's going to change the value of women, you would speak out against it and solve that shit. Because as a man, who has the
BIGO.
strength to really go against what you dealt with?
Yes.
You making it seem
Only
like you
men can
love
go
the
up against
violation
men.
so much, you finna take rights and power from us as women because it happened to you. Well, we don't get that when it happens to us. So what makes you so special that you have to stand in the place of us? All the way down to most women will come in my chat and most gay men, those are the main people who come in my chats and be like, your makeup's ugly. Is it because I'm not gay or is it because I didn't do my makeup like a tranny? Let me know.
Both.
Let me know because I can tell you which one it is, depending on who the fuck you are.
Yes.
That
Yes.
pussy envy is very real. Okay,
Right.
and a lot of women have pussy envy too if they have hoarded themselves out to people worth nothing. So
Right.
a lot of gay men have pussy envy, and a lot of women have pussy envy if they know you ain't done the same things with your cooter that they had to do and still ain't making it.
Right.
Past that point, I think it's disgusting how many people are still up here pretending when you're talking about TV shows and makeup and the Met Gala that they're talking about fucking women. You know damn well you have seen women your whole life naked. As girls, I don't care what you say. I have never had a problem getting naked in front of my cousins or anybody. We have seen women and what women look like naked. As much as these fake ass celebrities and Cardi B's be trying to show they big ugly BBL asses and little ass manly knock knees, why won't they show that coochie? Because they don't have one. Most of them never go through with the cut the dang thing off. Okay, so they'll show you your whole they'll show you their whole asshole and still won't show you that coochie. As if it's strange when you come from being naked anyway. Okay, you in the
So
Garden of
out.
Eden. You can go outside and see white girls damn near with their coochie out running the block. Okay, so why don't these women ever have their coochies out, just a good waist trainer on, and the illusion that they have something down there?
Right.
And you ain't never seen it. You ain't gonna never see nobody that say they seen it because it ain't down there. You're looking at men in drag.
Right. Right.
Hilariousness.
And the amount of work it takes trying to convince us. This is what I can't stand about this section. And then you get upset when I'm like, well, I thought you were this, and now you're telling me that it's this.
Yeah.
But I don't have a right to be upset.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like
well, hello. I know that a man is going to be stronger than me.
Exactly.
Even if they're in the same weight class.
Exactly.
So don't you think that I know that I'm going to be putting myself in danger if I talk sideways? Because I talk sideways all the time. I'm not going to talk to a man the same way I'm going to talk to a woman. Hello.
It's so funny that you say
but
that.
see, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I feel like if you pay attention to the women who like most of these shows and stuff the most, like Love and Hip Hop and all the dramatic shows with messiness that never ends, I don't think the women who watch these shows understand that they're attracted to the strength in these transgenders.
The strength. You know what? Okay, you're making a very good point because sometimes I'll watch, women exercise and that type of thing. And they will say, I feel so strong. And I'm like, why would you want to feel strong? I don't understand. And I was like, I don't understand the terminology. I don't understand the wording that they're using because as for me, as a woman, I always feel strong. Just being a woman makes me strong, right?
Absolutely.
And I didn't understand like what they're meaning behind what they're saying. And now I'm getting what you're saying, or I feel like I'm getting like at least a minute amount of what you're saying. As in the strength is coming like because you're a man, not because you're a woman.
Thank you.
Are you trying to act like
if there
man?
wasn't strong men standing in your place, nobody would see you as strong, baby.
Yes.
So when you get through all this fake ass, I want some Angela Bassett arms, bitch. I don't want no tranny arms.
No,
Okay,
I
I don't
don't
want
want
no
that.
chiseled face. I don't want to
Yes.
look like Batman. Okay, I don't care if you don't
Yes.
like my cheeks. Cheeks have softness. Why the fuck you think babies are so cute to you? Okay, stop it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that why do you think half of y'all are putting blush on your face and everything else just to mimic what I have naturally on my cheeks? Okay? I
Mhm.
don't care about how you want to show off your chiseled cheekbones. Show that shit off, little tranny.
Mhm.
I'm not showing that off.
Mhm.
I like my softness. You wouldn't need a
Mm.
soft life if your bitch ass could just be soft, could you?
Oh, by the way, I saw you live yesterday, girl. You are glowing and soft and cute and all that stuff.
Oh, why,
I
thank
was
you,
like,
baby.
looking luscious.
Why, thank you, baby. Why, thank you. Because I
Mhm.
don't think people
Mhm.
understand. Sometimes, even just coming here, it takes away the softness you don't really have to give away because most people expecting you to give it away
True.
already. So, when I talk
True.
about stuff like this, I laugh at how the conversations are so small, so minimal. And these are the main people who
Mhm.
be like, I want a soft life. Well, how are you going to get a
Mhm.
soft life listening to somebody who paying just as much bills as you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You want a soft life, but you have a hard knock life. That
Thank
doesn't
you.
make any sense. It doesn't go. It's not congruent with one another.
I think it's embarrassing because again, there are so many women and there are so many women in
Mhm.
America and there are so many channels, and by the time you go
Mhm.
through the channels, a lot of people don't understand. I show support where I can. A lot of times I can't because I
Mhm.
understand your mindset is still worshiping the transgenders. So of course you're
Mhm.
going to be a strong black woman. You're in love with the image of becoming a strong black woman in drag.
Mhm. Because really, you're a man.
Exactly. Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Uh-oh, I think I missed the call.
Okay.
Hold on real quick.
Hello.
Hey, hon.
So,
I am actually doing a live stream, so I'm gonna call you when I get off or shoot you a text.
okay, just call me or something.
I got you.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sweetie.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye. Yes, ma'am, Pam. I am back. But
Okay.
yes, when I be talking about stuff like this, I be so saddened because I feel like by the time you realize it's hard to show love to black women because they too busy trying to show they love to transgender men.
Yes.
And then wonder
Yes.
why transgender men got rights before you. And the first
Yes.
right you should have thought about was how they're able to call themselves she and her now because of how quick they destiny swapped you using your dumb ass to do it.
Right.
Well,
When I.
you've been cheering for me. You've been dressing like me. You've been talking about legs for days, and they be looking at the Wyans brother sister, knowing damn well that that looks like a man. Okay, and they look like women. Okay, they be attracted to women in weird ways because of what they play into. Real definition of you only see what you want to see, and if you saw what you saw for real, most of y'all would have to readjust y'all whole life situations. The men and women y'all picked and call attractive, y'all will be like, ugh, but that's a stud, basically. Yes, that's what it is. So that's what, after the end of the day, most people who are even trans, they don't want to be called trans because then you have to separate them into the categories they come from, man or woman. And for most people, they forget, just like you can't change, your spirit for real. These transgenders can't change their spirit. Of course, you have Natalie Nuns and Monique's, and of course, they always have to act out their rage because the only people who aren't allowed to express it are the people they're standing in the place of. And by the time you express it, who are the first people to come around and act like something wrong with you? A man who claim he ain't fucking them. But if you ain't fucking
Right.
them, why you can't let me rage and let out what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing?
Right.
Because you are busting these things and these people down. That's why.
Right.
Imagine coming on my channel and being like, but you're fat, but you're ugly. And these same people will go on T.S. Madison page and be like, I love you. You so pretty. The fuck you mean? Who do you think they try to act like? Real definition of y'all like the imposters, but not the actual people they copying. Okay? Real definition of this is why y'all ain't got no more big mamas. Y'all just got big daddies.
Right, right.
Big daddy. Okay, that's all y'all got now. Big daddy.
Sure. And this is the atrocity about the whole thing because the whole under the umbrella of Big Mama is the one who takes care of and the one who nurtures and the one who nourishes the community. Now we got men pretending like they're big mamas, and what do they bring to the table? Absolutely nothing. Smart mouths and little.
Absolutely nothing.
What do they bring? Absolutely nothing. Just smart mouths. We can. All of us have smart mouths, as in what society thinks.
I agree.
So what do I need that for? I can go get that from the child on the street talking about, Miss I can't believe. I don't need that from a grown man.
I agree. And I think it's so sad. Most women, your mothers and aunties and all these people, what they want a men is, a lot of them be acting like they putting you on game, but what they trying to really set you up for is the fact that men like the men they dated and have always been in love with never grow up. And in doing so, most of these men do not want women their ages, even if they are their ages. They want the youth to turn them out.
Exactly.
Okay, that's everybody's still trying to turn everybody out. That's why you be like, the older men always want to be seen with the young women. They want to be passport bros, and then you turn around and then you see your mama trying to get a mommy makeover because she want to look like she's 25 again. Because she want to get some attention from that young man because her man is giving attention to the young whore. Okay, most of the time, don't no young woman in her youth who values her youth want no dusty ass old man. What can you do for me, sir? You ain't even in your youth. You probably need Viagra. Okay, and you probably need me to help you still pay bills. I am not your nurse. Imagine when people like Shira Seven won't admit they teaching people how to be somebody's dusty, ran through nurse.
Nurse with a purse.
And you ain't even got the purse. You just need somebody to buy you one.
I still have to take care of you too.
Ew.
You want me to work and still take care of you?
Girl, that do not sound soft. That sound real rough, sandpapery.
That sounds like a hard life. It's a hard knock life.
Hey. It's a hard knock life for them. Okay. Getting their ass whooped by it too. And you can tell because by the time you come on here and be like, girl, you didn't change your hard knock life in a year? Well, tell us how you did it. What revelation did you get from a warlock or a fake witch or just somebody you're following that made you feel you're free of the bondage of black men standing in the place of you? I'm waiting. Because everybody else that looks like you on the timeline is somewhere like, let's gossip about transgenders. Let's gossip about this new show. Let's gossip about, oh, Kiki Palmer. Oh, another transgender. I'm like, imagine acting like through the makeup and drag and the fake aesthetics and the mannerisms, y'all can't tell a man and a woman apart. I still be feeling like I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race even when I'm not watching it. Yes, I'll be like, girl.
We've been indoctrinated for such a long time.
Honey, I've been around. All of my friends really are slim and shaped baddies. Okay, I have a couple thick friends too, but they're thick like just really in their thighs and stuff. Their upper parts are usually kind of small and stuff. So I've seen skinny women who are dressing their asses off my whole life. I'm talking body tea, even after they have kids too. I can never understand for the life of me why they keep acting like they can't tell that these are skinny niggas and not no skinny women. I don't care how skinny you get. Unless you start bodybuilding, bitch, you ain't got no damn Adonis belt next to your coochie. You will never have an Adonis belt next to your coochie unless you are training for fucking army or something or the Marines, maybe. Okay, you still probably ain't gonna have it there. You just gonna be a little thicky thick, probably strong legs, thighs look a little muscular or something. It ain't gonna give you the build of no man when you ain't got no muscles. Okay? Stop it. They be acting like they be up here. But listen to the voice. Listen to her voice. Bitch, half of y'all sound like y'all daddy. And you know you got a oochie coochie. Okay, stop it. Okay, I don't know if it's the cigarettes passed down through the bloodline. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they be acting like somebody getting there. They act like they can't just investigate transgenderism and how they go get their Adam's apple shaved down, how they go get their faces feminized. It be whole people on here be like, you guys, I'm getting my tranny surgeries. I'm gonna walk you guys through it with me. Y'all can go right the fuck online, even on YouTube, and see these people go through their feminization surgeries and watch the men go through their masculinization. There are women who go get their breasts cut off and then go get pecs, and a lot of these people put their experiences on here. So how the fuck you still can't tell who's who? And why you still voted to let people call themselves he and she, knowing damn well who already really wanted those rights and why they wanted them. So they can say, well, you're just calling me he because you're ugly and jealous as a black woman. Whole time you are like an Asian man.
I declare.
Okay. Girl, boo. And don't be knowing I be ready to knock they little asses out. I don't care about none of that. Okay.
Exactly.
Run across the right tranny if you want to.
I have to go through all that just to become a woman.
And I wish I might.
I'm happy.
And they wonder. I just think it's disgusting. Like I said, I remember I caught myself trying to work at Target, and baby, I went up in that bathroom, and it wasn't nothing but fucking niggas in there. And I'm sitting up here, okay, I'm like, I'm doing girl business in here trying to pee.
Did you check the door to see if you went to the wrong restroom?
Baby, I did. You know, I came clean out like, oh, girl, I came in the wrong bathroom. I hear niggas in here. Oh, God. Am I high? Okay, like, what? No, girl, I went right outside the door and was like, it say women's. And it don't say no other people but women's. Then you go back in the bathroom and I'm like, oh, girl, we got somebody in here who look like Marilyn Manson and sound like Morgan Freeman. Okay, we got somebody who looked like he came straight off of Home Alone, one of the robbers. Okay, like I'm just sitting up here like I know y'all don't expect me to do my due in here with these grown ass men. And then it bothered me even more because they was white men's. So I was like, if anything, y'all can give me the bathroom privacy. You already taking our women rights, bitch. Let me use the bathroom. Right. Can I have pee privacy? So at that point, when I went to the lady, when I went to the lady, okay, of the store and told her, I said, you're the director of this store, right? Was y'all gonna tell me in training that I have to share a bathroom with grown ass men in drag who still got their penises attached? When did y'all think that? She was like, no, we don't talk about that because in our policy, bitch, fuck your policy. This is politics, okay, of the highest biology. Men still have their men's strength. Women have women. I don't care what you say. Even a skinny, 100-pound man could come in here and snap my neck if he really wanted to. Look at Dahmer. Dahmer was kidnapping grown ass men and doing it. Stop it.
Wait a minute. Isn't this a public bathroom? Like, because I don't think, like, in retail stores, doesn't everybody go to the same bathroom? It's like, it's not separated. Like, the people who work there and the people who come in off the street and decide that they want to shop. So the consumer and the people who work there, they all go to the same bathroom, right?
Correct.
So let me just make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
But you are understanding it. But go ahead.
So what you're saying is the people who are in the process of becoming another sex, they are using the women's bathroom without it being just plain women. It's not men and women's, and it's not transgender or anything specific. It's just a woman's bathroom. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's only a woman's sign.
So you're saying that a man can dress up and come off the streets and dress in a dress and him not be do the transgendering thing or anything like that, and he can go into the bathroom and harass other women, even children, as he goes into the bathroom.
Yeah, and
I have seen this more than once.
Yes, and that's what bothers me. Because, you know, Well, at Target, what I was doing was pretty much just checking people's receipts and walking around doing other stuff, a little miscellaneous stuff.
Gotcha.
And really, I was undercover, so I wasn't doing shit. I was doing the basics of having to be there. So when I
Makes
was
sense.
there,
Okay.
it really bothered me because I remember going to the bathroom really just to disappear from where I was. I didn't have anything to do. I was like, I'm gonna take my break, but I'm just gonna go in here and stand right here, close to where I was, and text a little bit. Okay, wash my hands and go mind my business. But when I went in the bathroom, these other little girls had came behind me. So of course I held the door open for them because it was like three little sisters and their badass little brother who did not listen. Okay,
Okay.
he was off the wall. So it was like three little girls and their little brother who was like 2 years old. So
Gotcha.
they're in the bathroom. Okay. I walked in the bathroom, but the first thing I noticed is that um, one of the guys who calls himself She, okay, was, and he has the deepest voice ever. So, of course, when the kids came in, he was like, oh, hey. And then they were like, oh, like scared. Okay.
What is that?
And then the sister, the oldest sister who was in there, she pretty much was like, you guys go in the bathroom and lock the door and don't leave. You don't leave until I leave out of here. We stay in here together. And then when he said hi to them, the little boy said hi. And she was like, don't talk to strangers. And I was like, good job. I didn't say it out loud, but she was like, and I was thinking to myself, this is why they ass don't need to be in the bathroom. Okay, but I didn't say that. I'm like, cause I don't care what people say. Okay, I was in there with the strap anyway. I don't give a fuck what you thinking. You better not think too much. Okay, so at that point, I was just like, let me stay in here till these babies get out, cause this is the shit I be talking about. If I be nervous as a grown ass woman, I understand kids being like, why is he in our bathroom, mommy? But mommy's too busy buying Target shit. She's running up daddy's tab right now. So y'all ain't got no protection other than the people who gonna act like they see what's going on.
Right.
So
Right.
at that point, it bothered me because I feel like he stayed in that bathroom so long, and I feel like me being there bothered him more. Bitch, I'm supposed to be in here. Why are you bothered by me being in here? Okay. Every time you look up, he looking at me, and he.
That's it.
And of course,
So what kind
I'm
of mischief
knowing.
are you up to?
I know that the woman, the director of the store, told him that I was uncomfortable with him being there because after that, he stopped coming in the bathroom while I was in there. In other words, I would come in the bathroom, he would be leaving out. But my thing is, don't nobody use the bathroom
Why is
this
he in the
much.
bathroom that
Why
much?
are you in the bathroom? Just because somebody said you can be in here. And I think about stuff like this is why they have glory holes. Y'all are known for, as gay people, going in bathrooms in public places and doing stuff. Don't nobody want to have your nasty ass stuff around no bathroom. People here to do their
Yeah.
business. This is not a bathhouse. Okay,
Yes.
you want to turn
That's
the woman's
why George
bathroom into a
Michael got
bathhouse.
into it. Mhm.
And I say this because when I came in the bathroom for the first time and caught it like that, it was three transgenders in there. All of them were dudes, and all of them presented like they were something other than a dude. But y'all was all in here on one side of the bathroom stalls together, and y'all already know what I'm thinking as a woman. And as a black woman, I guess I'm just extra because I'm like, I already know what the fuck y'all on. This shit don't make no sense. Can't even separate personal from work. Ridiculous.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck if it make you mad because a lot of these people are teenagers being banged out by 36-year-old men in drag and y'all giving each other like I'll just be like, why? Why is this here? Why is this happening? And the thing is, people be like, I love Target. I shop at Target. I Target. That's cool. But by the time I figure out shit for real for myself, bitch, I ain't went to Target since. Fuck Target. Okay? Because at this point, I'm just waiting on the lawsuit or the event to happen where a transgender has done something to somebody's kids or to a woman
That's what I'm
unexpectedly.
waiting
They're
for
just
too.
waiting on it to be an immigrant or some little poor white lady or something who, oh, the little 76-year-old lady was beat up in Target by a. They're waiting for a dramatic story to let you know it should have never happened anyway. And that's why I said, baby,
Right.
let me go ahead and get where I fit in because I can't even pretend I want to be somewhere where y'all are allowing this to happen like this. It is absolutely disrespectful to womanhood and it's disrespectful to men who actually say they're men. Because why the fuck do you need gay men in our bathrooms and y'all ain't keeping them out? The only people who can keep them out are y'all. So y'all must be fucking the shit out these gay dudes that y'all not putting them in their place. Disrespectful,
Yes.
embarrassing,
Yes.
disgusting.
See, and this is the thing too. Um, One time I went to Magic Mountain or one of those amusement parks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the women's restroom was quite full, quite full. And so, and I mean quite full as in like more than 15 people in line, but in the men's restroom was moving along.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the women have said, they asked the men, can we use the men's restroom, right?
Hmm.
The men respectful. They hurried up and did their business, and they allowed the women to come in, right? And even guarded the door and all that stuff, right? And so, me bringing this story up, that's why I'm so concerned about the men wanting to use the women's restroom, because I don't understand why, when there's more access to the men's restroom, there's more freedom with the men's restroom. I feel like the men don't be messing around with the men, you know what I mean? Unless you guys are about some diabolical stuff. What's
Exactly.
going on? Why would
Exactly.
you want to use the women's when they're, your restroom is more available? I never seen men, or at least gentlemen, let me say it like that, have a problem with women using the men's restroom. I don't even think they even care. They don't even care. This as long as you're comfortable. So why would a so-called man dressed up as a woman want to use the woman's restroom? What is it in there that you're trying to get? And that's what makes me think that, because I'm a woman, and I never seen a man having a problem. You know what I mean?
I
Having a
agree.
problem with me being in his restroom. So why would a transgender supposedly have a problem? I feel like there's a lie somewhere.
I guarantee it.
There's a lie somewhere, because why would you want these on the good? You know what? And on social media, why are so many men getting like um, agonizingly upset, as in angry, and they have the gall to have indignation when they say that I want to use a woman's restroom? Now you're making me think why. Because I don't even want to use a women's or men's restroom like that. Not the public restroom. I'd rather be at home.
But I feel like a lot of people are missing the bigger picture. It's way deeper of the element. I feel like it's more so something that would be men being allowed to call themselves women, she, her.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, men being allowed to be in your only privacy space is so much deeper than what women are really reading into. And I say that because you have to think about the fact that we're coming to a time where a lot of men who are okay with women being nothing but concubines again to create birth. Okay, real definition of yes, they are looking at this like this is the handmaiden's tale, and women are going to have to go back to being nothing but concubines because that is all women are presenting themselves as. But this is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Women are forgetting the fact of we're going back to what we came from. And the only thing you don't have this time is your sorcery and power. So you going back with a pussy that ain't got no power, and you still think that's gonna get you out of what they finna bind you with. And to this day, most women are playing around, hyping all these gay people and the transgender standing in the place of them. And these people only want to be able to call themselves she and her, go in your restrooms and things like that, so that you will never be able to have secret conversations without them being able to be there and stop you from doing whatever it is. So when it comes to a point where you're not going to have privacy to whisper about, are you ready to make a run for it? Are you, they're going to put you in so much spiritual bondage that you ain't going to have no way to escape because they're going to be there listening to you every which way. And you've already agreed to it. You've already fake hyped them up like you like them more than women. You're already telling that men that their features look better feminized than yours look naturally feminized. When you get through, more women have already put and kept transgender men. I don't care what race they are. White women do the same thing. They be up here like, oh my God, such and such is so hot. Pamela Anderson. And y'all could tell these wide faced, Botox face ass men's is men's. Most of y'all women's are just like Marilyn Manson, a damn skinny faced woman. Every once in a while, you might have a cute little bubble face or something if you're chubby, but most of y'all look like Marilyn Manson because Marilyn Manson is a woman. And that's about the closest to y'all image y'all could ever put out. And y'all representing that as masculine. That's why the women who swear they're so cute and sexy and things like that in other races, they tend to go for gothic. But the face of gothic for a lot of people is a woman. And they forget that because they playing games in people's faces to make you forget what you're seeing. And in turn, I tell most women and men alike, a lot of men are attracted to trannies. They're not attracted to the woman they pick. That woman just look most like the tranny they jack off to. And I find it funny because I remember this black guy, he was trying to talk shit to me. And that's how I learned who T.S. Madison was because he said, bitch, you ain't even cute. You look like T.S. Madison. The question was I had after I looked up who it was. I said, bitch, what the fuck you know about this shit? How would it? I real quick said, I know what you do on the side, cause bitch, I ain't never heard of this nigga. Okay. And big, a big lineman with some fake titties and got my brother's elbows and arms and shoulders and everything else, honey. I was like, but this is what you. How would you know? How would they know? Okay, real definition of you only know because it's what you into. Because nigga, I wouldn't know I look like this to save my life. I thought I looked like my parents. So, past that point, I started understanding a lot of niggas will talk shit to you based on who they want you to become or act like. And a lot of these men, when they're younger, be acting like they're not getting bust down by each other, but they can never love you because it's each other they really trying to love. So by the time you realize you fight niggas who want each other and they trying to afford to turn each other into you. Ridiculous. Yes. And still need your 50-50 probably to do it. Crazy. Yeah. Ludicrous. 50-50. Mm-hmm. Because how else they gonna afford to turn their favorite man into a her? Okay, they be up there, I'm him. Y'all need to just start saying y'all her. Okay, I am her. All y'all need to say I'm her. Per. Ridiculous. I've never seen so many people act like they like shit like Big Mama's House and Tyler Perry. I knew something was off with certain people because I was like, why is y'all so into seeing drag queens acting like this shit funny? It ain't no funnier than when women do it. So why the fuck is it funnier when they do it? Because they behind the scenes doing this shit as truth and realness, and we could do this and replace all the women, and we look better anyway. And because if that wasn't how you feel, why are the only women you bring along biracials and white women and other women who are okay letting y'all be gay in peace? As long as they get the cake, as long as they get some of that pie, they don't care who pie you in. Right, right. Mm. After all, I've never been in the bedroom and been like, yeah, you like this pussy? Yeah. I ain't never done that in my life. So how is it that you can't even have sex with a man and call it what the fuck you have? A ass. Why you gotta, what do you mean you got a pussy now? So your booty done turned into a Uchi? That's because they already split it. And then you have people like Tommy, the gossip, and all these lame ass motherfuckers who be on here like, yeah, I got a son. I was like, how the fuck you get a son, gay man? You the proudest gay nigga on the internet. I Shamar. And you got a whole son and up here messy as messy come. And want somebody to respect you as a man. We could have did that if you would have. Yeah. But why you have to bring babies into something you knew you didn't even want? Access. Access to womanhood. So you can abuse it against the woman you're trapping to your fake manhood. Yeah. And baby mama probably about embarrassed as they come. Imagine knowing you didn't have a baby with an open punk and you the only person who couldn't tell he was because he was presenting to you so hard and probably behind the scenes doing stuff like, man, you always think I'm cheating, man. This my homie, man. This my cousin, man. And then by the time you look up, you be like, but you a prison punk, basically. And you the one that's getting pumped. What's that movie where she be like, oh, so you doing the bending? I forgot what it was. It was Janet Jackson. But that's how I bet a lot of people be feeling when they be like, so you will bust this down and then turn around and act like you understand anything about me. It's not the same. It's not the same energy. It ain't even the same energy for being behind it. This is why casual has never been meant to add it to the word sex. How in the world could you ever make something that's meant for procreation and survival casual? Of course you're not going to survive. And the men around you, if they wanted you to survive, they would stop having casual sex with each other. So of course they expect casual sex from you. They've been getting it from each other since y'all was sleeping on pallets together. At sleepovers at your grandma's house, your cousins probably was pounding each other while y'all was waking up getting ready for church or something. Real definition of why men hate to be at church and shit. Cause you ain't doing shit when you're not in church. It ain't like you come back from church, the house clean, food cooked, and No, they need bang time. Okay, men need time to themselves. To do what? Because we see what the fuck you always wanted, each other. Okay, the only thing people are fighting for in politics is the right to push women out of everything and see themselves in it, and then be like, sports. I like men so much I can't. I just want to watch fine men in sports too. Okay, because for women, I'd be like, so you want me to sit up with you and watch this fine ass nigga play this sport? Well, okay. Okay, after a while, they don't even understand why you listen to this. Why are you more into this than the cheerleaders? Okay, they be up there like, I want a rich nigga too. Okay, because if you ain't playing sports, you ain't hitting the gym, you ain't doing nothing, why you act like you into stuff like this? You literally just saying you want your woman to sit there and pretty much fantasize over a man who's shitting on you.
Yep. Yep. Because he's doing more than you, got more pay.
He's getting paid to show his masculinity and strength, and you just sitting here waiting for somebody to give you food and high cholesterol while you sit here and cheer for this nigga. Are you serious? And yes, they are serious. And be acting like it's nothing more important in the day than sitting here watching their favorite niggas. I ain't never wanted to watch cheerleading never in my life that bad that I'd be like, oh girl, hurry up so we can go watch cheerleading. Never in my life. I'd be like, bitch, we can just see the cheerleaders at the game, at the halftime show. And we still gonna clap and cheer and, okay, girl, yes, yes. We still gonna be out there hyping it up. But we don't gotta come home and watch this shit 24/7 because I guess we ain't munching on each other's carpets. Maybe that's why. And these men are not honest about the fact that they playing both sides. After all, if you wasn't playing both sides, why gay people want the same rights as your women?
Right. And you don't have a problem with that.
And you don't have a problem. You ain't stopping shit. You ain't I don't care what you say. If you was against that alone, you would never vote Democrat. You'd be like, I don't give a fuck how Trump coming. We come from racism.
Right.
We ain't scared of no racism. We all come from this. Half our parents still hate theyself and they skin color this day. It ain't nothing Trump can do that you ain't already suffering from when it comes to the isms.
You ain't lying.
So past that, the only thing that's taking over and fucking shit up is how most of these niggas want to admit you lonely because you won't stop fucking each other. And don't nobody want to go behind you and catch the diseases that y'all nasty ass be trying to give to women. And now y'all adding more stuff to it. Okay, then turn around and be like Kevin Samuels. So where's Kevin Samuels now? Oh, that's right. He dead, ain't it?
Being roasted.
I always want to listen to people whose time is so limited, they should be doing more with their time than talking to people who's going to be using more time than them.
Right.
How you going to tell people to do with time and they got more of it on this earth than you? Get your ass out the way. Okay, real definition of I don't care who y'all don't know, who y'all like. Play enough, we going to take your win. And ride it, baby. Ride it. Ain't talk about nothing. And never will be. That's why I said be careful when you think you a warlock, honey. Because it's more, okay, ways to taunt you, okay, and to get you out the way than it will ever be for the dusty women who are following you, okay? Because again, like I said, a lot of black women and women of all races, unless they are a white woman, most white women ain't following their men in warlocking. They're putting them on game, okay? And past that, the men be like, I don't want no parts. I'm gonna go do this, okay? Do whatever you do to keep shit whatever. But the thing is, they're trying to do shit that's not really for them. It's not spiritually theirs. Okay, so just like we have perverted knowledge, a lot of us have perverted spirituality, perverted alignment, perverted divinity. Because in order to be divine, first of all, baby, your coochie got to be pure. So the main people talking about divinity and purity, ma'am, how you got 6 kids? How you got 3?
Right.
Who picked your children? Who picked your partner? Nobody divine. Okay, what? Right. Nothing. Okay, the main people talk about spirituality will never admit that they are nothing spiritual, just people who are lacking it. And by the time you come on here and admit it, you have damn near have to take the wind of all they fake content creators. I don't care who it is. If you want them to live, you better stop telling them to stop repeating my content for y'all be up here rest in peace in they ass too. Okay? Don't care who it is. It is the season, and the season is the reason. Okay, period.
Right.
I don't care what they be thinking. They be always have to find out the hard way. Some of us just have to make room. But when you realize most of the women ain't in your way, they're trying to be in everyone else's way. So you be like, bitch, he ain't paid attention to you in 20 years. You making this video is not gonna make him pay attention to you. Okay, he still want the 25-year-old. He still want the fucking 16-year-old. He still want the whore who's been ran through. He just don't want you, ma'am. Okay, so acting spiritual and acting like you had a rebirth or something is only gonna draw fake warlocks to you who want your power. Past that, what are you getting?
Exactly what's been happening.
An emotional
That's exactly
man.
what's been happening. Mm-hmm.
Okay, most men be like, I don't care about none of that. You with it's women stuff, and it's okay because it's a separation of understanding. Certain things require intimacy, and spirituality for women requires intimacy within thyself. You cannot include men in your spirituality of intimacy, and a lot of men want to be included because they want to know how to pretty much tap dance around your boundaries, tap dance around your respect and your purity. And most women are still on here pretending somebody hasn't tap danced their purity away while they're still here dressed up in clothes, talking about their kids as if their purity is not long gone, and to a bloodline that took your name and gave you no power in return, because their bloodlines have no power. It's you that give them the power, idiot. So past that point, if you're not a part of a coven, we wouldn't know who you are, because we out here still matching our coven members. Okay, we don't give a damn what he say. If he can't pay $20,000 for this, he can't even respond to you. So if he wants your essence of purity, he's gonna pay the tab, and then we're going to make sure we do all the rituals to make sure his blood ain't tainted. Y'all won't even go get niggas checked for HIV before you marry and fuck them raw. And you mad because people like us in covens ain't playing that shit. Okay, we don't care. Okay. We don't have anybody for you. Okay, this is what you come from. We come from being paired by the divine. How somebody undivine gonna pair you? That's why they be like, we gotta bless you, we gotta christen you. You supposed to be christened before you even born. Stop it. You come out the womb like you supposed to be, pure. And if you don't, you gonna know it because your life gonna say impure written all over it. Period. And even if you're meant to be pure and you have a hard life, the covens will always find you, and we're gonna take you right in, clean that shit off of you, and make you shine brighter than any diamond could ever get. Past that point, you ain't gonna never go back to the world unless we make sure we release you to somebody who's gonna protect you in it. And it ain't too many people who want to do that. That's why there are more covens than covenants. Period.
Wow. Wow. That's actually beautiful, though.
It is. It's a beautiful thing when you realize you have more protection than you need because you don't realize you need it. You ain't got to tell me because I'll be like, girl, I can be your protection or your reflection. You better choose.
It's easier for protection for me.
I promise. I promise. And I think it's a beautiful thing when you understand the people you trying to diss and shit on and destiny swap are the people you need to protect you. Imagine trying to destiny swap somebody and then all of a sudden their time dwindles or goes away and you don't have that person here to actually help you through the image you're trying to walk in. It's going to eat you alive and worse than the person whose footsteps were made to walk in it.
See, you mentioning something, and this is why. Do you mind if I mention something?
It's up to you.
Because it happened on your channel, and it still upsets me.
It depends on what it's about.
It was somebody that was on your channel, and her name is Royal Loyal. You still have it on your post. And this person was like stealing from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can see, like, see the picture, see everything. But you know what the funny thing about it? He said he called you a simp.
And me, a simp.
Yes, yes.
Cute.
She said, and I can put her exact words because I don't want nobody thinking that I'm trying to make this up or anything like that. But it says, I apologize for removing the last short that had almost 500 views because the simp who owned the re-imaging channel accused me of her using her exact photo. Royal and Loyal is a high-class professional. I did not in any way specifically use her photo. I removed it to avoid any low vibrational conflict. I'll make better ones soon. Thank you for watching. I own all the exclusive rights to my photography. There's so many problems with what she said, but I'll just mention one thing at least. She said re-imaging channel. What is she talking about? That means you stole it from somebody else.
Correct. She's
There's no
tried to steal it from
re-imaging
my
channel.
company. So
Exactly.
how you own the rights of something that I legally own and made you take
And
down? It's a lot of
and you
people
know
on here
what?
going through that.
It's the craziest thing is your actual picture.
Yeah, it's
So
my
I'm
literal
looking
face.
at yes. And so how can you? Okay, so this kind of silliness and this kind of foolishness is why I be cracking up when people want the same protection and you actually are asking for a reflection. You
Hmm.
want the reflection, and then you you double down on it by calling people names.
Yeah, imagine being upset because the person you're stealing from and called you out for it and made you take it down. In other words, she thought she was taking off with my shit, and then when I said take it
Right,
down, it became like you're
right,
stopping my money flow. I don't give a fuck how your
right,
money flows. You ain't gonna flow through me. I am not on your energy or
right,
your time.
right, exactly. So it's like it's the most ridiculous thing. And then what you were talking about as being basically accomplices to people who are considered your enemies, but you don't even want to see that.
I agree.
People like that person is like, oh, so you're accomplice to other people because why would you even go that route? Even what you're saying shows that you stole something, but you don't even want to admit and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I just thought the picture was beautiful and I wanted to use it for and I should have asked for permission. That's all you had to do, probably. I don't know, but that's
Exactly.
all she had to do.
But it's the same thing with most of these other content creators who grace my channel and then turn around and want you to show grace on embarrassing them after they steal things and then try to denounce you. In other words, I won't sub, I won't like. There are more people who come to my channel, sit in my chats, sit in my live streams, know damn well I'm talking exactly about them when I say you're just here to steal content because you ain't got shit to talk about. You're a robot. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they be on their iRobot shit and mad because how are you not programmed? Because I'm not a destiny swapper.
Right,
The only
right.
people who are able to really think on earth right now are the earth angels that are left behind. And we're only left behind because we
Really?
know we can shit on you at any time and send you wherever you need to go. So fear is not something most of us are walking around with. Not fear of showing our hair, not fear of showing our bodies. We don't have to have fear. And just because we don't do things doesn't mean it's out of fear. A lot of times it's out of respect for the people we want to have the right attention, who need and deserve the floor. Okay, in other words,
Oh,
you allow them to build their aura because only then can you take them from this realm and put them higher. And you're going to speak on
you
their names and
talking.
remembering them. So
You
imagine when you
talking.
understand, when you've already been given your title of higher alignment,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need
Mm-hmm.
human people to give you credit. I don't need you to give me flowers. In fact, don't even put any on my grave because I don't have one. We come back. We come back and we going to come back as many times as they need us to come back and take your ass back. And it works like that.
True.
So the attention you working for is because you want to be remembered. I will never be forgotten because this you will do in remembrance of me in his death.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
Okay. I don't
That's
care what
right.
you do in this life. Everybody's gonna forget that as soon as you die. And nobody's gonna remember
Mm-hmm.
that. But the last people who will remember you, okay, are the last people who know you exist. So
Right.
imagine when 6 years after your death, nobody's ever made another post about you. You just a content creator. They don't even talk about content creators. They don't even use the word content creator. They might just be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, he's an imagination specialist." Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or an influencer.
Stop it. You're in a time where they keep recreating over the knowledge and history you have so that they can forget you. You will never be doing this journey in remembrance of you.
You're so
Sadly.
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm sorry to
And
say it like
so,
that because I know it's probably
uh,
just overcomplicated in saying it like that. It's probably heavy, and I
I
don't mean
don't.
to be spiritually heavy to you.
I don't accept your apology because you shouldn't.
Oh,
You don't need to be apologetic about that because this is the truth. And you do not ever, at least around me, ever have to be apologetic about the truth,
oh,
even when it's about me. Because if I can't accept the truth, there's something wrong with me.
induce. I agree. I thank you
So
for
it's
being
just like,
understanding.
oh, That's the least I can do because it's just like what I feel like we're in the real trials and tribulations because a good majority of us don't want to have the truth or accept the truth. We're thinking that we're still living like war, like it's 1999.
Oh yeah.
I was dreaming when I wrote this, so for me, if I go too fast.
Oh yeah.
You're still in the dreamland. What's going on?
I agree.
What's going on? And then you think, well, 2000 really didn't happen. It really wasn't a millennial thing, not really recognizing that whole thing switched on you, and you don't even really recognize that it switched on you.
Exactly. I don't think people understand the only age we were supposed to go back to was the matriarchal era. And imagine when the only
What do you
women,
mean by that?
like the only women who were put here to send us into the matriarchal era, they're trying to stand in the place of and change the image of what who's supposed to be there. And in doing so, you're not ever going to be able to free women because they don't want to be freed. In other words, when they make the songs like "Don't Save Her, She Don't Want to Be Saved," hoes don't want to be saved.
Mm.
Okay, hoes don't want to be saved. They don't want to listen. And if they don't listen to men, of course they're not going to listen to women. But we all know one of those people have ulterior motives, and it is not usually higher aligned women. We're not here to have kids to compete with your kids. We're not here to, you see what I'm saying? Real definition of the people you're trying to mimic are not here to compete with you. But if you put yourself as competition, we will take your ass out of here and your kids will be ours. Because who will be here for them to flow to? Kids know who to flow to.
Yeah.
They feel
but I'm
it.
still not competing with you.
That too. It's no competition to us per se. We know that. But for the people who are still competing as the whore, they are still like, I can do whatever I need to as long as I have a son. Okay, well, when your son is tainted and had through a tainted bloodline, he is going to be somebody's bitch. Okay, he is going to be somebody's B word, and it's probably going to be a strong woman. I don't care the race, the ethnicity. Okay, and not only that, he's either going to be gay and he's going to choose to take the place of that woman because he don't want the struggle of being masculine in a society that feminizes men to their core in every chakra.
Yeah.
So past that point,
in real time.
when men talk to me, a lot of times I have to remind them that the masculinity they desire, I could easily give them. But my womb is not tainted enough to offer you anything. And I will never taint it on the behalf of giving you a strength you have never given us. I will take your wind before I ever give you the blessings of abundance. That's why your abundance comes through your children. It definitely won't come through the way you got here because you won't give reverence. And it becomes a matter of how dare you disrespect what you come through. And we're the only portal that's leaving this earth in about 7 years. They're going to be up here like, we ain't seen a baby in 12 years. Okay? And they going to be damn near trying to attack the baby, steal the baby, not even realizing baby's age. And to this day, that's what people are mad about, that the baby's age. But if the babies didn't age, you wouldn't grow up because the only people who could tell you that you are stuck in a phase are those babies.
Right.
And then, okay, you have the rest of the age blockers and aura blockers and gang stalkers they call your elders in older generations, who are the only people stopping you from having the stage because they won't get their old raggedy ancient ass off of it. Okay? If they had to change the English from old English to new English, why the fuck are you still talking about celebrities and music and history from a time where we've created our own damn history? Talk about it.
Sure. That's true. Because I think I mentioned this before, as in the amount of people who are in their 40s and 50s who are still trying to act like children, it makes me feel like there's an epidemic of pedophilia.
Of course.
Because if you're still trying to be in the mindset of a child, and I'm not talking about, you're childlike. I'm talking about you're trying to be a child, right? So you do childish things. And in your childish things, you want to hang out with children. And that includes people who, and I'm talking about 18 to 25-year-olds who, we have these 60-year-olds and 50-year-olds that is going after 18 to 30-year-olds. What for?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. You're childish, but you're going to try and claim like you're not. But I, as an older person now, will say to a younger person, try and see. Because a childish person will be controlling, a childish person will pursue childish dreams as in do things that's like what would be called low standard. Like having a relationship because you want to have sex, that's low standard.
Oh, absolutely.
But pretending like you want to build a kingdom or build something, whatever it may be, and putting it on somebody else, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, that's low standard. There's something wrong with you because we're supposed to be a team and we're all building this up together. So something is going on where you still a childlike mind, and what you were talking about with the competition thing, that's childish.
Absolutely.
And so if a person is like, you have like, if you're a younger person, what I consider younger is the 18 to 30. But if you're still, in high school or middle school or whatever, and especially if you're in high school or middle school, and an older person comes up to you, you have to try them because, or just say immediately in your mind that they're childish, and you're more, and if they say that you're more mature than the rest of your friends or the rest of the people that they know, try to figure out why. Why would you even say that?
Oh, yeah.
Because, and how many children who's around my age do you actually know? Why don't you know people who's around your age?
Oh, absolutely. I look at that all the time. I look at how certain people, they have always told me that they think I'm way older than I am, or you have the wisdom of somebody who's this age. But funny thing is, most of those people would get their wisdom from people like me and then pretend God gave it to them. In other words, they can't even tell you the young person who's an ancient soul they got it from because they still jealous of that person's youth. But for what the world didn't give to me, the world can't take away. And my youth is one of those things. But that's why Jesus supposedly had to die young, because people kill you in your youth when they can't replicate it. They're jealous
and
of
they
it.
do.
Okay, this is why I tell people a woman in her youth, in her high favor, in her real essence, she doesn't desire the oldest bastard in the kingdom. There's no use for him. So women who pretend they are looking for sugar daddies and a soft life through age gaps and things like that, most of them have daddy issues out of this world. And a lot of times their daddies have the same issue they're living out, which is dating people who are not in their age brackets. So just like they say, like father, like son, well, like mother, like daughter, because a lot of people, their dads are the very same thing to their mothers as men are trying to be to them. And past that point, it becomes a cycle of pedophilia that they don't like to talk about. And most men are literally telling you that they believe in pedophilia more than aging, which is why they keep telling you, you're hitting the wall, you're hitting the wall. Well, bitch, what are you hitting? If you're aging in the same numbers as the women around you, what makes your wall stop other than you thinking, if I stay in shape, then okay, so what about all the women who are in shape? Why can't y'all get together and be in shape old heads who date each other?
Exactly.
Okay, same thing. A woman in her prime of divinity does not want an old dastard. In fact, she's attracted to the same thing most of these grown ass men attracted to in sports anyway. Men in their youth and their prime and their strength that you don't have. and you can't go to the gym enough to even conjure up, you probably have to take testosterone to have some. So, past that point, it's the same thing for women who are pretending they have, okay, more endorphins in their body than younger women, and you don't, which is why your older men will forever cheat on you with people you are still trying to steal the endorphins of. You're stealing their happiness. That's why they're with you. You're stealing their joy. That's why they're with you. They follow the youth. And if you suck all the youth and all of the opportunity away from your youth have nothing to look forward to but aging, and they have nothing to look forward to but aging backwards. And they brag on it because one thing about aging is it is a blessing beyond no other. So if you don't allow yourself to age because you're still competing with youth, you're the very people who usually end up, your generations don't survive you. In other words, you live out and you're older than all the people. You'll probably be a grandma and all your grandkids then died. All your kids then died and you still here. Waiting to see why you here. But you was here to put them in position, not be praised for just having the same position they gonna have to go through to get where you are. And a lot of them ain't gonna have to go through that because they are aligned higher than you. Put them there. Imagine acting like you scared to put your younger people in position. Imagine acting like you scared of an exodus your dumbass could never start, and you still waiting on it to happen. Well, I'm pretty sure Harriet Tubman felt the same way, which is why we have Martin Luther King Day and not Harriet Tubman Day. We always gonna watch people praise the loser and the talker, and their words are always cheap.
Yep. And they're always regretful when it's too late.
Exactly. And it's always going to be too late because when death comes, death is only coming because you're a traitor. The real definition of I feel bad for people like Martin Luther King's wife because really he died sleeping with white women. Y'all know everybody in Memphis gonna know that because that's where he died, tricking off. And to this day, most men are letting you know they still would rather trick off than to take the things seriously they should. Their kingdom. It don't matter how many kids you give a man. It does not matter how you wake up and clean and how pretty you wax yourself and how nice your makeup done. He will feel the same way about a dude who has a 5 o'clock shadow and some makeup and some fake nails on. That's why they all across the internet. Oh, honey, watch me cook this. Watch me do this. Oh, I better look con pollo. Oh, man, all they do is mimic you because they know the same men who claim they like you is still gonna be busting them down in private.
Exactly.
So what are you getting out of supporting the gay men who letting you know you're supporting your own demise? You're supporting your own blood tainting, and this is what they're trying to give you is something you're not going to be able to clean through your menstruation cycle. They know this.
Tell it.
That's why T.S. Madison wants to be in the form of a woman trying to tell y'all shit y'all would never listen to a real woman tell y'all. Okay? I'm not advertising y'all to get on prep. I'm telling y'all to stop fucking these niggas. But people like T.S. Madison know if you stop fucking the niggas stop fucking them. Because they only want you when they have something to go against you with. If they don't have nobody to compete over you, notice how all the gay dudes talking about they sad. What you sad for? Because if women ain't fucking, you ain't either. That men love pussy. Okay, so after a while, they realize if they ain't getting the coochie, it really ain't the same. And then it becomes, what did you expect? You can't take power away from the pee and think that your pee is going to survive. It ain't. Oops. How dare I?
Yeah.
And that's why I be so disgusted with how many women, and particularly black women, are always in the faces of gay people trying to uplift them. Bitch, you need that energy for yourself and women who look like you. If you could write a paragraph encouraging somebody who's only struggling from depression because they're trying to be you, then your ass can get up here and give words of encouragement to a young woman or older lady or whoever it is who's gone through hell and jail probably just to get where they are in stability. And they're there. And they can't do it. They'd rather sit here and be like, oh my God, but I love you. I know gay people have it so hard. Name one thing a gay person went through before a straight person went through it.
I can't.
Name one gay person who deal with bullying and name one straight person who ain't dealt with it. Name one straight person who hasn't been mocked and chastised by their bodies, by their fashion, by their egos, by their gifts, by whatever it is, and name one gay person that has it worse. And in fact, if you ask me, gay people are way more judgmental than the people they judge, which is why that's who runs fashion and all the things that require you to cover who you are.
And that's why you always have an issue with who comes up on your page or your channel.
Oh yeah,
they're always so judgmental. I'm like, oh, I already know who this is.
Yeah, most people come on my channel. You already know if they're a gay person or a self-hating woman just about the things they say. Well, you're ugly. Well, you're. I don't give a fuck what you think. If you needed 20K and I had it and I felt you were worth it, I'd give it to you. And that's why you don't have what you have right now, because other people come along and be like, you miss your blessings like that. But let me go ahead and burn this bridge for you. Swim. Okay, real definition of don't drown if you don't have to, baby. But drown, okay, if you want to. Because even Jesus couldn't walk on water. Which one of you niggas doing it now? You'll never be able to walk on my water. You don't have the energy to. Like I said, when it happens, come show me.
Right. No, for real. We got all kinds of pictures and all kinds of things to prove it.
Yeah, we're still waiting. Like I said, I feel like it's sad that most women are still upset about the fact that when you have these conversations, they won't have them with you, but I can just smell the desperation of them trying to put together a live stream that they can have this many hundreds of people talking about the same conversation, but they won't ever come join it. They won't ever start.
What is that?
I feel like it's more like they will just do a live stream about what we're talking about now and act like they started the conversation. And I'm so glad you're talking about this. Plenty of people talk about this. Not really. So you already know where they're getting the idea from. They've had channels, a lot of these people, 6, 7, 10, 15 years. They ain't never got to these conversations. In 15 years, you ain't never got to these conversations, but you want to have them now?
Yes.
Same thing with the church and Jesus and Christmas. And look at how, what's her name? The Sovereign Woman, okay? Queen Sovereign. All these lame ass dusty hoes who don't want to admit they old head bitches they self. Still out here acting like, you stealing from me because I look good for my age. Bitch, fuck you and your age. I'm here and I'm her. So when you get through, I don't care what you see in yourself. Men smell you the same way most of y'all smell y'all armpits from not washing your ass. Okay. So half the women who be on here, okay, trying to tell y'all about life and everything else. These motherfuckers be sitting up here musty and coochie stank. Okay, because they too busy trying to watch baddies. They ain't watch. They gonna change clothes every day, but won't change that spirit and that filthiness in them. Okay, peeped out strong as any odor you could ever smell, and this is who they want to call themselves, baddie. Well, I don't want to be a baddie. I'm too aligned for that. People who want to be baddies are people who have a hard time being great. I didn't say good. They have a hard time being great. And if you ever had greatness in you, you wouldn't need to be bad to get it. All you gotta do is be yourself, baby.
Exactly. I don't have to run after somebody else, whether they're older or younger. It doesn't matter. I don't have to because I understand what lane I'm supposed to be in. I don't have to copy you. I don't have to pretend like we're friends. I don't have to make sure that we're enemies. I don't have to do none of that stuff. Because why? I understand who I am. I don't have to prohibit younger people from doing what they need to do. I don't have to inhibit older people from doing what they have to finish doing.
Absolutely. But I also look at it like these women know that the people they need to guide them are other women. That's why she changed her name from Girls Union to Honor Him. Okay, in other words, I'm going to steal from this woman and call myself y'all. If y'all go through some of my live streams, y'all would have saw her old name on there called Girls Union. You would have said, "Hey, Girls Union." These people be in your face smiling, can't even hide their hatred. They got to turn into other people. Okay, and then after I called you out as who you were originally, they just changed their names. Oh, now I'm Honor Him because I'm not Girls Union. You were never a Girls Union. Okay, you're a lame girl who never wants to grow up, and you too old for that. Okay, imagine when people will sit here and stalk you, talk shit about you, be coming on your channel. You're fat, you're ugly, you're bitch. I'm the only reason you even have views on your channel. Give reverence, bitch. Okay, give reverence and hush that up. Thank you. You're referring to me and then talking about Honor Him. And that's exactly why you can't get ahead as a woman. Okay, because everything you steal from another woman, you still give credit to a nigga that don't exist in your life. and he don't want to exist in your life. That's why you still have you the only bitch in the world that still have imaginary nigga friends. Jesus loves me. This nigga gonna fly down and give me everything I need. Girl, get your ass out of here. Still waiting on Aladdin to come ride your carpet. Bitch, get your ass out of here. Okay, you be having a whole genie in a bottle and still talking about honor him. Honor what you will, peasant. But when you're tired of the bondage, you better not call me because the first time, okay, I'm not Paul and Peter and Judas. The first time you offend me, your breath is no longer in my wind. Okay, they can have you. Drown them out. Okay, I don't care. By the time you realize if you want Exodus, you're going to receive it. And if you don't, we're going to dismiss you quicker than half these men have been dismissing you your entire life. Period. And that's what the fuck you get. Don't ever dismiss, okay, your reckoning or your rising. You can get either or.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's what you get for orbiting the wrong galaxy.
They'll be okay. They live in a man's world. Okay. And they know this. James Brown told you that.
To honor him. I didn't even know.
Oh, girls, she just changed her name and was like, how dare you call me out when I'm dusty like this, living in my mama house, sitting on the floor making videos.
I wouldn't have even known until, because I can't even read it. It looked like hieroglyphics to me.
Like, you've been on my channel mad for a year because you bald-headed and I'm not. She up here, like, even this video itself, black moms, you owe your daughter waist-length hair. Girl, is you mad because I got waist-length hair and you can't grow it? Be watching your channel so hard, watching you talk about you, when bitch, all you gotta do is get on your purpose. Okay, stop trying to be somebody else's image of I'm sexy and I'm baddie and I'm girl boo. Okay, real definition of I can talk about whatever I want to, especially when you try to ride my wind. And I was never coming for you. Okay, you was gonna die regardless of if I found you or not, because that's how tainted your blood is. But by the time you find a way to heal yourself, you still choose death. That's crazy. But when you choose death, I call karma. Fuck you. If you don't know karma by name, you cannot come play by me. Okay, because all your secrets will be in the open floating. You better ask Anton Daniels and the rest of these folks. Mark the messenger. Okay. And y'all new favorite up here. Okay. We gonna call her guitar streamer because all she do is play with her pussy all day. That's why she got her short says, make love to yourself every night, or whatever the fuck she says. Girl, no, you didn't come on here and make a fucking short about playing with your pussy every night. Girl.
Say that. Girl.
She did.
Stop.
Girl, no, we in the shadows like, so this one. Girl, your hands got all the attention. Good for you.
All over your face.
Guaranteed. And right after be picking on your skin and shit and wonder why it's fucked up, baby, you need to fix that water. Okay, fix the water. Fix the water. But only if would you like me to tell people what you be looking at while you be getting on down with them guitar fingers down there? Okay. Girl, you would be a talented guitarist. If only you could do the same things on a guitar you do on your vagina. That spirit got you, baby. It got you in a bind. Okay, it didn't have you in a bind for a long time. I mean, getting on down. Damn near an electric guitar. Oh no, the lust of a man has found me. Girl, lust is an emotion. So if you're resting in lust, you ain't got no power in your pee because the power in your pee will be like, what is lust? I only get wet when I feel stuff in my emotions, in my connections of my mental ether. But
that means it's all fake.
Thank you. It's fake. Okay, what is happening in your love life? Girl, nothing but sex. They trying to get to first, second, third base, and then out your face. Okay, boom.
Which is easy because if you already open the door.
Well, that's what happens when they keep opening doors where people don't want to sit in the living room, the house, nothing really with them. So a lot of them are just disappointed. Somebody calling me, but I'm talking right now. I'll call them back.
Ignore.
I did. I'm ignoring. I'm talking right now.
Hello.
Yeah. Personal time. Girl, the nerve of these people, and I'm so flattered and so tickled that these people actually look alike. That's why I told Strategic Feminine, girl, turn on your camera because I would love to see you. But after I saw what she looked like, even beyond the camera, girl, the way I hollered, girl, the way I hollered, I was like, of course you're gonna be behind the screen because you know I flame your ass up, honey.
Yeah,
On my worst day, flame your ass up. Okay, stop it.
It's like some type of familiar spirit, but they all look the same.
Correct. They are familiar spirits, but they don't realize they're familiar spirits. So if we kill your legion, you have nowhere to go but to us. Okay, so you better tread lightly through my darkness, like I told you. Okay, because you know they be getting on down playing the guitar on their pussy strings. Okay, looking through them black mirrors. Okay, but baby, if you can look through your black mirror and see shit that ain't there, bitch, I can see you. Don't you ever forget that, little coochie player. Okay.
Oh, took some my saliva.
She is playing her coochie strings to the world. Can y'all hear this? Okay.
Towards the Black Mirror girl.
How smart could you be?
Hence the title. The person you're pretending to be is humbling you.
And I mean, they don't even turn the mirror in the room around or nothing, baby. The mirror just be up there for free access. They'll fuck around and turn the lights off like they set in the mood or something. I'd be like, even better. Shadows. Let's hit them. They be up there like, ooh, I just heard something. Okay, don't stop now, girl. We ain't studying you. Okay. Only you can get off to what you watching, baby. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. And the same shit they be getting off to, the niggas that find them are into the same shit but worse. So at that point, I'd be like, you met your lust match. Good for you.
Oh my God.
Good for you, because I promise you, they lust really don't match yours; it exceeds yours. So most women won't admit they be pretending to be into the same type of lust men into until they realize that lust always go deeper. If he like you wearing pigtails and using a baby voice, if he ever find a child that's willing to do the same thing, it's over for you, honey. Okay, because he's gonna groom that child to the gods to make sure you're out of the picture and he has youth. Okay, like I said, most of these people's mamas and aunties, and they still on here. I remember that trend. They was up here. I'm trying to prove I got it. A little TikTok trend, and then they'll look raggedy, and then they'll do a little trend. Yeah, I still got it. And then it's a whole bunch of old people and people who baby mamas and all that shit trying to prove they still got it. Bitch, you don't got it. You been lost it. Okay, you been lost it. You still trying to dress it up because gay men told you you can lose your innocence and still dress up and shit on everyone else, and you can't. That's not how it works. I'm dressing up my purity. Okay, that's why you see all these people like Krishan Rock and stuff. After they get through showing how ditzy and disgusting and easy they are, they try to come out here talking about Jesus. That's the only thing that can help them clean up their image. That's why they created it. Okay, and past that point, you be like, so how you go from being a porn star to a pastor, and how the fuck you was able to become a pastor before people who ain't never been a porn star? Look at God, the God y'all serve. Because my God would say hell to the no. Okay, my God would just take your breath and say, ew, who would want to procreate with that? It's tainted. Okay. And they still up here, all up here. I got 2 kids, but I'm still waiting to find my forever. Girl, raise your kids and shut the hell up. Save some money. Can you afford to be in a nursing home, or can you just save up for you? Because men who coming along to act like they want to be stepdad, they usually doing stuff trauma bonding to your kids. Don't care how good they provide for you. Don't care what neighborhood they got you living in. They want access to your damn kids or your kids' friends, meaning they need to be close to the youth so that youth can have a reason to be in their face. In other words, they love the prom era. They love seeing 16, 17-year-old girls dressed up like fucking grown men and grown women at Met Galas. They love that. Because at that point, they like, oh, you look better than your mama. Okay, they love to reminisce on what they took from your mother. Youth.
Oh my God.
Do 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 do. That makes sense. And you were never supposed to have kids until you grounded your youth. That way, after you have them, you can ground it back, idiots. But if you don't do things decent and in order, kids will take everything from you because they're supposed to. But if you don't know how to actually produce and procreate in a world where nothing else in nature loses its beauty after it dies. Okay?
Right.
Everything around
Or even
you,
after it has children.
yeah, it procreates, the trees bloom and everything falls off of it. And the next time you see those trees in a different season of the same element, they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to be the same way. So imagine when somebody's just grounding your energy, grounding that P power so he can go pop, lock, and drop it for a dude he met on Tinder or something.
Oh,
Oops.
a grinder.
Yeah, this is why apps were invented. So women thinking they run these apps, girl, these apps is for gay men to pretend to be you and get paid more off of it. Then when their money dries up, because all they're gonna do is spin it back on niggas and stuff they think is pressing these niggas, they still waiting on you to put that 50-50 in so they can get back up to acting like they're at the top over you.
Right.
Why y'all think T.S. Madison and D.L. Whisperer, they ain't talking to the gay community, baby. They talking to you. They want to know what you got going on, girl.
Girl.
Girl, what you and your man doing? Okay, what the dick I fuck on the side doing?
While he's doing it with your man.
Oh my God. You talking about cut up? I'm gonna have to go back through my live streams and find the DL Whisperer talking shit to this woman about sleeping with her husband. So y'all can see what I mean when I say, bitch, you ain't got no friends. These niggas don't like you. They just have to know what you're doing so they can know your nigga schedule. Where to meet him at. Oh, he at the gym? She at work? Let me go to the gym.
Oh,
Oh, he up there like, ooh, girl, she can't afford them new Lululemon outfits. I'm gonna go get them. Okay, I'll look better in them.
Okay.
Oh yes, girl. All my thought friends, they fine, and they girl, them niggas just want to fuck on whatever nigga you with, cause they know that nigga down low. That's why he with you. If he wasn't, he wouldn't dare be with a woman who would get him caught up the way most of these women get these men caught up. Of course he's gay. Only gay people who are messy in spirit can't see messy coming. Everybody else run. Okay, they run like they just saw 20 black people run the other direction. They run into. Everybody else, no. It's because you want the bad karma. You want to take on what you pretending or they acting like women are pretending is so bad. And then when they go through it, they acting like it's depression from gay hate. Well, what's woman hate? What's femicide? I ain't never heard of gayicide. Okay, what is femicide? Femicide has been around well before the shit y'all talk about and act like you're going through now. Okay, but you got the spotlight, so be okay with it. How many women delete themselves because of, whatever, and pretty don't matter. What was the lady? She was what was it called? Like a beauty pageant contestant, and she jumped off of all those buildings. She jumped like 50 stories or something like that and passed away from suicide or whatever. I forgot her name, but she was a biracial young lady who deleted herself from pretty much the struggles of not being good enough. And she was still in her youth. She was still in her 20s, I believe. Her late 20s, and felt like she was ugly and no men wanted her because she was too old, and no modeling companies really wanted to sponsor her because she was too old. And then past a certain point, gay men and the people who run this industry are letting you know they're pedophiles because they don't even want you in there in your youth. Youth to them is children.
Chesley Christ. Chris or Christ? I don't know. Chesley?
Who?
That's the name. Chesley.
Oh, that was her name? Chesley.
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace, Chesley.
Yep.
It's sad because
that happened that long ago.
Yeah, it's sad because even people who are deemed as preferences, they accomplish so much being a preference. But when they realize you're only a preference because of the inner self hatred you have to shit on people who don't deserve to be hated on, it makes them realize how they got where they are, and they're a part of how they got where they are. And her mother was black, okay, and her dad was white. So past a certain point, I absolutely feel like she was like, oh my God, I'm part black, part white, and I've been stepping over my black sisters, and they don't even like me to this day. The only real friends I could have, they think I hate them because of their skin tone, or they don't listen to me because they know I'm a fake preference, and I don't even like these type of men. And I past a certain point, you have to battle not having sisterhood, not having community, because that's the only thing that's going to give you your youth back. And when these older women and other people come on here like Sheer Seven and should be talking, bitch, how you helping somebody get their youth back if you got them on here spending money in a time of the highest inflation we'd ever seen in our life? What the fuck you mean you need wigs and makeup and all this other crazy shit? Girl, if you don't fucking go back to castor oil and codfish oil and all the stuff that had you clear and without fear.
Whatever. Girl, if
Okay.
she don't sit down somewhere, she needs to go sit in the corner.
Be up there covering up all that ugly shit in your spirit and on your skin and in your flesh. Because I don't care what nobody say. When I be looking at a lot of people post their parents from the 90s and 80s, baby, them folks were so fly, didn't have damn near no makeup on. Probably just some Vaseline on their lips and look good. I'm talking about better than any skin care routine could ever get you good. So I'm like, shit, if they was looking like this and they didn't barely touch makeup, you know they didn't touch makeup because they didn't teach their daughters how to do it. Okay, because they didn't know how.
It's not just that. It's not just that. Because a lot of people will say this, and especially the people who are from the millennials, they know that makeup is just now becoming inclusive.
Oh, that's so true.
There was
So
no
true.
foundation, only like two companies, Black Opal and Fashion Fair, and
Okay.
sometimes Mac, as you became older, that had foundation that even matched you. And if you're looking that tight and that good without the foundation on, that means to me, and now this is an opinion, see, there's nobody backing this up, but to me, you were better off because look at how good your face looks. And now everybody's trying to run over to um, facials and all these face care and all this stuff because now you've been wearing all that makeup, 2 pounds of makeup.
Oh God, that's why they be like, "Oh, you ugly." Oh, yeah, I don't give a fuck what you like. I like my skin, bitch, and I look good looking like me.
And you ain't lying.
It's
Because I
true.
saw your skin glowing from within. That's what people be trying to work on. That's what they be splattering, doing all this retinol and this glycolic acid and all this other foolishness. I call it foolishness because what you were talking about when you look at the pictures from the adults and all they did was use something like they just washed their face and put some Vaseline on it.
Oh yeah. Shoot, most
Like
of
you
our
said,
elders, I'm pretty sure they use the orange dial soap, and that's about all, and some Vaseline. They wasn't out here like, oh, I need this, I need no. Past y'all getting Jerry curls, y'all. I feel like men and women alike both put more attention into their hair and their textures than they did into their skin, which is probably why their skin looks so good for so long. I see way more people now who won't admit certain people only call certain people beautiful because of their skin. Oh, your skin is beautiful, but it's because a lot of people don't have beautiful skin no more. They're covering it up, or they call it looks maxing. I saw this guy who was online talking like he say he was a straight guy. I don't. I just question it. Yeah, I question it because he was like looks maxing. How to get all the girls to look at you? All the girls gonna look at you whatever if they think you look good. Even if somebody else think you ugly, girls usually go for who they like. Even if everybody in their family be like, bruh, I know you ain't brought this ugly nigga. Okay, so we know how they go. But I feel like
sometimes it has to do with character. But
sometimes, but sometimes it's because they desperate. They just bring anybody who will take them or see their desperation. But the guy who was talking about looks maxing, it pissed me off because he was like, you got to arch your eyebrows. He was putting concealer on. I was like, so basically, you trying to start a K-pop shit for American men. And we already have that. They do that in rock and roll. They do that on television. We already have men who wear makeup because they are insecure too. So why would we need you calling looks maxing, adding makeup to your under eyes and all the things that girls are insecure about if they are tired, if they are stressed out. And a lot of women still don't understand. You only look like what you go through because spiritually you can't replenish it. If you could spiritually replenish it, you wouldn't care about wrinkles, you wouldn't care about nothing. The wrinkles you have will be natural to your skin itself, not what's underneath it in spirit.
Talk about it.
The gravity, people don't understand what ages a lot of people is the gravity around you. And when the gravity around you is heavy, you gonna look old. You gonna look old all the time because that spirit around you of gravity is heavy. So of course it's pushing your skin this way. It got your thought this way. Just like that, you got crow's feet. And them crow's feet never leave because the spirits that are causing that gravity, okay, to dense up, they ain't leaving you. They're still there in spirit. So it only gets worse. It stays. That's why some people look better as they age. They ain't touched a needle, no, nothing. And then you see all these fake ass baddies with collagen all in their faces because if they didn't have it, Okay, they didn't have all the extra stuff they stick in their faces with. Most of them would look like what they going through, and sadly, even with all that shit, a lot of them still look exactly like what they going through. Spiritual depression and a warfare only a man in drag and a woman in drag could go through. You're trying to be the spirits who are given the essence to go through what they're going through. But because God shall not be mocked, you look like what you're going through. And what you're going through is separation from trying to destiny swap people you haven't been given permission. This is why that guy, there was a guy, I don't know if you know him, but I think he used to be like with Tyra Banks and stuff like that. And I thought it was so funny how he,
right?
yeah, like he was like the modeling. He calls himself Miss J. But in real life, if Miss J was a woman, everyone would say Miss J is through and ugly. In fact, I feel like there was a girl who came online, and because she knew the world saw her as ugly, she used that to put herself on. Her name's like Nicole something, but she always do these crazy memes, and she real skinny, and real over the top and stuff like that. I forgot what's her full name, but her name was Nicole, and she's a dark skinned girl. I feel like Miss J is standing in the place of people like her because we have super, super slim. Bless you, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There are so many skinny girls we know who could absolutely stun the world if they wanted to take over modeling. They never get a chance. So most of those girls go back to prostitution or whatever it is they think that's going to make the money, or just having kids for somebody because they're probably somebody's little girl fantasy, sadly. And we do understand that there are very thin people. But in essence, a lot of people are generally underweight, usually when they're preemies, like premature people, and usually when they're underweight because they haven't ate enough when they're children.
Yes.
People really pretend that poverty and stuff don't count in how people age out.
Bingo. And people forget about anorexia. You can really be anorexic and be impoverished, or anorexic and be rich as well.
Oh yeah, I noticed like people be trying to hype up people who look just like them, right? I remember like when Lotto came out, Lotto was skinny, no body, no titties, no body, nothing. Then after a motherfucker went and bought their body, everybody started agreeing that you can call yourself Big Mama. Same thing with Megan the Stallion. Megan the Stallion came out skinny as fuck. And then all of a sudden people was like, oh, she's so skinny, she need to eat. This motherfucker always been skinny. They came out and got a whole bunch of hormones and boob jobs and hip jobs, and all of a sudden called themselves the thick bitch. And y'all forgot they used to look just like y'all, if not what they came out as, transgenders. And that's not the only person. Okay, there's so many other people. Look at Keke Palmer. Look at a lot of them be acting like they putting on baby weight. They're putting on their surgeries. They're the only people. That's why I tell people, look at Cardi B. Cardi B supposedly had 3 kids. What woman have you ever seen have 3 kids whose stomach look like Cardi B's?
Kim Kardashian.
You wanna know why? Because they're transgenders.
Because they're lying.
Yes, ain't no woman in the world gonna have a baby and your stomach don't have a poof for a long time and all this. They just be on here flogging. Even Beyonce tried to pretend that he, whatever, gained weight while pregnant. No, my face fat. Okay, and you probably just, did that with a camera because you was right back on tour with that good diet, taking people money. Okay, because only a man could do that. Where are the women? Where are the women? People look at people like Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky is the woman. Rihanna is the man. So somebody probably was giving ASAP Rocky attention, and because you're here standing in the place of a woman and you ain't getting that because you don't look like what you pretending to be for real without them filters, somebody got upset. And then Tyler came along looking like a better version of a man in drag in their youth, and people acting like it's not the jealousy of I'm just not young no more.
Right.
Okay, so now Beyonce up there trying to show off her family, knowing damn well her and Jay-Z sleep in different rooms in different houses. Okay. Men cannot handle when you do the same things to them that they do to you. There's not a celebrity alive who's calling themselves a man and they're really a woman, but they're a man in drag who will handle their spouses cheating on them.
Yes.
They can't handle that, and they're not going to handle that. Name one man you know A man could cheat on you 5 times and then catch you on a date and you ain't doing nothing but eating. Okay, you ain't kissing, holding hands, nothing. He just catch you out eating and he act like you did the same thing that he did with other women, which is usually violating them.
Mm-hmm. It was a business meeting.
I'm staying late at work tonight, honey. Okay. The biggest excuses I tell people, if you understood that 90% of people, man or woman, they meet their affair partners at work.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter if he work with all men. More than likely, his affair partner probably gonna be a man too.
Mm-hmm.
And women be thinking they safe. Oh, he work at a job where it's men's. Since when do men not get together and jack off in bathrooms together and do weird ass gay shit? And then be like, we ain't gay.
Yeah, hello.
We just men. We got needs. Y'all don't understand. What's the need? And what don't we understand?
Target 3 men at the same time. Gotta go to the bathroom at the same time.
Exactly.
Come on, that's weird.
And then wonder why some of the biggest categories of gay porn is literally men who are claiming they're straight cruising with gay guys randomly. That is the biggest gay porn besides twinks, meaning grown ass men who are fucking little boys or men who portray as boys. Yes, that is what it looks like. Those are the biggest porn categories of gay people for straight porn. Okay, for straight porn, the biggest category is actually BBWs, and you know what's next to that?
What?
Scat.
As in
poop porn. Poop porn. That is the next thing that is the biggest on the internet. So people be lying about why people got bad acne, why a lot of people wearing makeup now. A lot of people lying. The shit that's on you, you can't get off. A lot of people went to Dubai without going to Dubai. Period.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There are way more women who won't admit that they down for eating booties and they willing to do whatever it is they think a gay man would take from them by doing. And most of those women are the only ones who stay in relationships too. And they don't care how many people come across. They still willing to do those same freaky things to please that man as long as they can prove to other women, well, he's still with me. Is that why you so sick? Is that why you look so defeated? Is that why he look better than you do?
Is that why you have so many parasites?
Thank you. And they don't think about that. You got tapeworms, you got every type of shit possible. And you up here talking about it's my hormones or I'm fixing my gut bacteria. No, ma'am, you're sleeping with the enemy. You're sleeping with the enemy and Lord knows who he's sleeping with. Mm-hmm. But they're definitely his enemies too. Because I tell people all the time, if you really look at the nature of men, watch animals. Even bees. Okay, bees will be sitting there waiting to mate with a woman, and the woman don't even know he there yet. He just watching her. And then he will see another bee pop up, and that bee just came to eat something that's in the garden. And he will stop watching that woman just to attack that bee to say, get the fuck out of my space around the woman that I want, because if you're here, it's a possibility we're going to have to compete for her. Get out. Okay? Men don't even want to compete with each other. So they're pushing you out of competition and trying to toot their asses up to say, here, I don't want to battle you for the woman. I am the woman. That's how we're going to win. We got to make these niggas think we don't want to fight and offer them our asses like women do, and it'll calm them down. Imagine being so weak as a man your whole country is gone from up underneath you because only men who don't mind fighting your gay asses came and took it over. And you was worried about Hitler. Well, Hitler has long been here. And Hitler knows you ain't trying to fight. You still trying to bussy bop to keep from going to war.
Right.
You'll be up here dressed up like Big Mama's house talking about this is comedy skit. I'm a comedian. I'm comedian Schuler. Bitch, you ain't funny. You ain't never been funny. Nobody ever thought you was funny but people who lame like you. That's why we still watch Kings of Comedy and all the people y'all put out of commission so you can come on YouTube and act like you internet famous, knowing damn well we'll trade Schuler and all the rest of these fake ass comedians, the Corey Holcombs, we'll trade all of y'all today just to get certain people back like Bernie Mac. We'll trade all y'all together. Cat Williams too. We'll trade all y'all up in a bundle insurance deal just to get certain people back. One person.
bundled deal.
Yeah, we would. And we don't give a fuck what joke you said, what realness you swearing you said. Most of y'all are lames and you're only popping because the people that you're standing in the place of have been pretty much executed so you can have a little bit of shine you could never keep. Motherfucker be up here. Anybody want to tell me? Sir, shut the fuck up. Damn. Nobody want to tell you shit. That's why you up here telling us. Shut up.
Right.
And these be the same people be up here like, listen to me, because no one listens to me. If people listen to you that much, you were so spiritual, where are y'all covens at in real life? Where they at? They be up here talking about they giving you something that you can't get nowhere else. Whole time you the only person up here asking for abundance. That's coming from other people's aura. If you guys feel led to give me this, okay. Where did you get the words from that you feel like they hold so much value? And that's why I thought it was so cute that the girls who steal the most from me, most of them end up looking alike. And I'll be like, not don't even know your own legion, don't even know your own bloodlines. Guarantee y'all related down the path and don't even know.
Wow.
Y'all might be powerful together, but most of y'all as legions seek out the same people because that's the legion that you're trying to destroy is the one that conquers you every time. And most of the time, we're a one-woman army. Imagine that. When I tell you I am many, you still be sitting here trying to figure it out. Baby, when you have the right women of spirituality praying over you, praying when you ain't thinking about praying, when you have them speaking in your honor, okay, universe protect them more. There are so many times a day that certain women in my life pray, and we pray for each other all the same way. We protect them. We put things in the air to make sure all of us are protected. It ain't just me. So after a while, it don't matter who speak against you. When you got enough people speaking for you, it ain't nothing they can put on the air that they gonna keep you from being abundant in every way possible in alignment. And at that point, of course, they gotta copy you because they know it's something that you about that spirits won't bring to them. The spirits aren't stupid. Only the people who are humane don't understand that you're a human. Okay? When you are inhumane, only then can you tell humans to get the fuck out of your way.
Right.
And they know that too, because after all, do you think I would be here talking as much shit as I talk on this algorithm if they could handle and have a reason to get me off of here for real?
No.
Because how dare a person like me come on here and talk about anything? They be mad if it's one person in the chat, depending on what you're talking about. Okay, they don't care if it's 20, 30, 50. And that's why I tell people if you would revision what your focus and success is, if you would uplift the names that are here to uplift you, you would never have a problem with reciprocity.
Right.
Because only certain people are here to give that to you because they don't want to leave with the things of the world. You don't need to bury the things that you have of materialism value because your value is from within. So that's what they really trying to get you out of. They trying to get you out your body so they can have the energy within it.
Enlightening. Wow. Wow.
Terrible.
And I can see that because this is like the amount of effort you are doing, and it doesn't matter who it is, the amount of effort that you're putting into it, trying to get other people out of their bodies is just ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I have to tell people, please don't make me get you out your body, because a lot of you, it takes extra energy to do that. But if you ever get in my way, I'm going to have to, because I'm on assignment and I have to do what I'm here to do. So if you get in the way of me doing that, that means you can go too. It's really that simple. And people look at it like you're taunting them or you think you big, you think you bad. It has nothing to do with that. If your number crosses my path and I'm told to pull it, I have to take your wind. And it don't matter what you think. It's because something else wants your poor energy more than the world needs it. And if they want your energy that bad, they'll come through anybody in your life to come get you. Your kids, they'll come through your uncle, they'll come through your ex bestie, they'll come through whoever they need to take you out of commission because it's something about your low vibration they want to take with them. That's why people think my name is just a name. There's power in a name. That's why I'm the high voodoo priestess. Okay? And it's not H-I like hi. Okay, you keep me high, and the higher you keep me, the higher I keep you. And this is why I don't care who you are. People who have a certain status, they will always have a priest or a priestess on call. They have to because they need to know when they're being spiritually attacked and how to avoid it. I don't care what you think about celebrities. Most celebrities will call people like me before they ever give a fuck about if you support them or not because what they're battling are real demons until they become one. That's what they're trying to fight becoming a part of somebody else's legion who has already bound them through blood and contract. Okay, so past that, a lot of them can never get out of pretty much their dry places because they need something wet to get them out. Oh, to own the water. But when you choose the desert sands that have to be watered in accordance, you ain't gonna get no moisture until we flood the desert. And you can't flood the desert until you have permission. In other words, you gotta wait because there are certain spirits you can't wake up in the desert. You gotta make sure you reign in the correct spots. Okay, right. Everything buried in the desert is not here to help humanity. Most of it is here to destroy it.
Wow.
They know this. Wow. That's why a lot of places have humidity that has never been in the air before. And it's so overwhelming. You're like, how did this much water get in the air? Because they'd rather it be in the air than be in the ground or in the desert sands.
Oh, wow.
They know this.
But that makes sense because I remember reading this article about Gaddafi and how he's in the desert. Like, I think the country is Libya. Don't hold me to that. And they were talking about how when they dig in underground, they found water. And with that digging, of course, he took the time to put wells out there and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is when they killed them off, that's the first thing that they took. They took the copper from the wells and basically disenfranchised that whole country, taking all the things that he put together so that it can be basically at a higher level because mind you, it's the desert and you got water underneath the desert.
Absolutely.
They're like,
I think people forget. People talk about all the elements, but they forget that sand is an element and only of certain people who are usually of fire. And it's because water, okay, and fire are the only things that can't permeate sand. In other words, you can never add enough fire where sand burns. You can never add enough water where sand can't absorb.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, you can't do anything that would take out the balance of energy of ether of the sand. So, imagine if all you need to do to get the right spirits alive is water the desert sands. Most of us are just waiting on permission to make the desert burn again because the desert is the most vibrant place on earth where certain spirits can't use their fake witchcraft elements to stop anything that happens there. It absorbs it and releases it back. That's what the desert is here for. That's why they try to keep the deserts empty with people who have very few resources to fill it up.
So is the wilderness the desert or is that something totally different?
Say what now?
Is the wilderness the desert? Or
No.
is that something totally different?
No, the wilderness is totally different. In fact, dead spirits only roam the wilderness. They can't roam the sands. There's no roots for them there. So most people don't understand. Most ghost riders, most of the spirits that taunt you, they can only taunt you in places where there's roots connected to the dead. And if you have no roots connected to the dead can't contact your ass either. So I tell most people, I don't care how long that apartment building been up. I bet if you look back, you probably on top of somebody's cemetery, and they ain't moved a single body before they built it, because they feel like, well, it's over 40 years ago. Those bodies are decomposed and good for the soil, and we'll just do this a little bit. And yeah, they don't care because they know that the earth usually dissolves almost everything you put in it. But this is also why they buried us in the sand, because we didn't dissolve in the sand. So imagine when I tell people, a lot of people don't understand whose graves are being awakened. And most people already know whose graves we're about to awaken because they can't go there. The sand would eat them alive, very much like the mummy. Okay? It's not that people actually set up their tombs and different things to be like a maze or Indiana Jones where you just get stuck. It's the spirits that are actually doing it to them because those spirits are not dead. They know you're stealing from them. So they're acting like, oh, they booby trapped their tombs. They didn't booby trap their tombs. They're still alive in them. Imagine when people know that you're here, so they have to be protected. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you know somebody's going to do a story about it and act like they understand. But I'm going to tell you guys in a different video that I'm going to do on live stream the actual names of the tombs that are still under the sand. And we're going to summon them because we have to. It's time. And by the time that happens, they're worried about flooding and all this other stuff. The only thing you need to worry about is how quick we're going to flood the Sahara, baby. And you know it don't rain in the desert for real.
It doesn't.
Just like it doesn't.
It used to have greenery, but now it doesn't anymore. That was the thing.
Because it's time for rain. But if it ever starts raining in certain places, please know where you are of green lusciousness, it's going to dry up because it's not real.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're going to be longing to get to the desert sands because that's going to be the only place water can float on top of.
Let me tell you, and you probably already know, but I just like myself because of PBS and such, right? But what a lot of the trees were never even here, never. Where a lot of times, especially palm trees and whatnot, they got them from Mexico. So it's interesting to me because a lot of the areas around here is known for the so-called palm tree.
Absolutely.
I was like, unbelievable. But most of the trees out here are fake. That's why they're still green.
It's so funny because if you pay attention, that's what people be trying to show off in their backgrounds when they go on vacations. Fake wilderness. And they be so proud. Look how pretty it is. Baby, you just sitting in nature. What makes you feel special? This is where you came from.
Yeah.
This is what they took you out of. So how is this a vacation of your dreams?
Oh, this is embarrassing.
My vacation of my dreams is going back to where I came from. Nature.
You never been around nature before?
No, stop it. Look at you. Okay, most of us, you can't hide where you come from. You blend into it. You ain't never needed a camouflage when you from places. And some people know damn well they camouflage ain't made for this region. They know this.
Oh,
I know, it's a little messy. Huh?
I rather look at somebody's background as nature instead of city. I don't want to see a whole bunch of randos in your background.
Man.
I feel like it's because you didn't ask for permission to be in their video.
No.
But you doing it anyways. That's offensive. I think a lot of times with social media, but society allows because of social media. But at one time, the cameraman had to ask people, is it okay if I take a picture of this area or this thing or whatever? Because you will be in the picture.
Oh, absolutely. And I think even now, people be trying to do that, not realizing you already voted away your rights to do that.
Exactly.
So when they be like, you can't record me, you can't. Yes, I can, because you already agreed that you want to be seen so bad, you'll let anybody record you in public.
Yes.
So past that point, it's over with for most people. Their vanity kills them.
Have you seen the movie The Circle?
The Circle.
It's a movie about this tech company that basically is uses the technology to judge and convict people.
Oh
of
God.
yeah, of so-called atrocities, and so people use their phones or in the technology that's in the cities or the country that they're in to find quote unquote people. So one of the scenes was that they accuse somebody of doing something. Let's say, for instance, the person killed an animal, and
Uh-huh.
since you have all these animal rights activists, they're like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, and um, not that it was illegal. It's just that the animal rights activist was against it, right? And
Okay.
so um, they basically harassed the person and found them via their drones, via their, camera phones, all these different things, and basically just continue harassing the person. And I think about stuff like that as in like how little um, people have an understanding of what's going on with life, that they will allow other people to basically dictate to them how you should live your life. There was nothing illegal about what he did. You just feel like a certain kind of way. Just like how I feel about how animals have more rights than people. And it's already been said, but I don't think animals necessarily have more rights. They just can't say anything.
Correct. And I feel like that's why people like to have a lot of pets and pretend that keeping pets hostage means they're a good person because I'm protecting the animals. No, the animals need protection from you because what you're giving them is energy that they'll never be able to transfer back to their original nature.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
really, they don't need you. They don't really. If they understood how to tell you that, I'm pretty sure every animal would say, "Fuck you" if you didn't feed me.
Right, right.
The same way most children get older and realize your parents only fed you because they were forced to. In nature, most animal tribes feed their kids even after those kids get grown. They don't let their kids leave until they know they can do everything on their own,
Exactly.
including hunt, including protect their own self, their kids, track stuff. They teach them everything. So imagine a whole bunch of people who want other people to teach their kids because they're too busy to turn around and put those same kids in the world and expecting them to have all the lessons and knowledge they need. Yeah, that's it.
I see it all the time. When you're working around children or however you want to put it.
Hey, baby.
When I was younger, and the school that I would go to, um, a lot of the parents would get upset because they felt like it was the school's responsibility to teach certain things like um, sex and yeah, sex education class. I was like, how is that the school's responsibility? That is definitely not their responsibility. That's definitely the parents' responsibility because you don't know what the schools are going to be teaching your child.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, baby. Hey, mama. What, baby?
So,
Hey, honey. Say hi. Yeah, she needs to be here. She's so, say, I'm a little bit in love with love. I don't know what it's like not to get enough love. Yeah, I know, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're okay, baby. Yeah, she just woke up from her nap, so she was like, "What you talking about? Just hold me, girl." So I'm like, "Okay, I got you, love." I got you. But no, I really do appreciate you taking the time because, girl, I didn't took up so much of your time on this live stream. But I appreciate every point that you touched on, every reflection that you actually made in your own truth and essence and discovery. Because, like, a lot of people think because I'm younger, quote unquote, that I'm attracted to youth in a way that perverted people are, when in fact, you're attracted to wisdom and knowledge of people who are usually ignored because they actually have it. They had to go through things to get it. So those are usually the only people I can bond with because their journey is not mocked by somebody else they're mocking. So I appreciate all of your time. I do. I appreciate you coming on here and allowing me to have this conversation publicly. It does. It means a lot to me. A lot of people will never be as bold and honest to speak out against certain things. They're too busy trying to be on one accord with the enemies.
Right. And I appreciate you inviting me on your channel because I feel like a lot of times things get ignored because it gets swept under the rug because people feel like it's not important and it's not really affecting society the way it is, or they don't want to make we'll say ripples within the waters of so-called society, right? And so a long time ago, I felt like people who think for themselves are going to make ripples regardless.
Absolutely.
And so the thing about it is, I'm just noticing even more so that people don't really want to think for themselves, or they feel like they're going to be persecuted if they do think for themselves. I come from the viewpoint that even if it's offensive to me, I'd rather for you to say what it is that's on your mind, because at least you're speaking in truth and honesty and being genuine to yourself. Because sometimes it may be offensive to me because it's something that I just don't want to accept about myself. Not necessarily because I don't need to change it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. I feel like that's the point a lot of people get to, but then they decide not to follow through with it because it's so much easier to act like you're with everybody else because nobody questions you really at that point.
And that's for the fraudulence, and that's why we have a problem now.
I agree.
Stop every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Harry, Dick, Tom. Every Tom, Dick.
Everyone. And we know that's most people right now. Hey!
Exactly. It's just changing names and they pretend like it's something different.
Yes, like Honor Him had to change her name from Girls Union to Honor Him because she definitely ain't honoring herself.
Right. But why would you want to? Who are you honoring?
Look, she'd have left the chat knowing damn well they the only probably few people in here. Girl, get your ass back in here, dusty bitch. Get your stalking ass in here and come listen to the fat lady that sings now. You gonna do it anyway, heifer. Okay. Baby, they be wanting a chance to be close to your coochie, okay, even but once. I need to get close to her, cause who she thinks she is, okay?
They can smell you from a mile away, like you're in.
Girl, they smell you like you in heat, cause they know they done released everything they have in them. Okay, they be in there, they smelling you like men. They so masculine. I can smell your celibacy from here. How can I act like you? Okay, baby, you do not want the footsteps I walk in. If you ever wanted them, they will be ashamed. Because the decisions you have to make in shoes like mine, honey, most of y'all would have already been in prison. Okay? You would have never saved up the money to make the bail I've made. Because I don't care what they say. If it's a possible way, I'm going to try it. I just got to make sure I got the bond money. Fuck what you talking about. I ain't got to say free my niggas. Put the money on the table, get them out. Okay? Stop it. People will always like money more than people. So long as you got more money than you got people in your way, baby, nobody cares what people think about you. Put the money on the table. Okay?
Exactly.
Make it go away.
What's going on now?
But I don't think
who really do need to have the money on the table. Nobody wants to account for them.
Hey, strategic boo, how you doing, girl? Girl, you know they be in the chat live. Me and all my groupie friends. Hey. Ooh. Girl, you would think they coming with some penis. How they be watching, honey? Ooh. Ooh, I'm terrible. Don't care.
Y'all thinking that women are gold diggers, why are you coming with money first?
Man, do you hear me? You wouldn't have to worry about what niggas come with if you make sure you came with what you need. Cause soon as they ain't coming with what you got, you gonna be like, "Oh, you're so sweet, girl." That block button gonna hit so quick. You gonna be like, "Damn, how did I do that so fast?" Okay, it must be magic. Okay, that's why they up there taking risks. Maybe your pocket can afford risk, mine can't, baby. Whew. Girl, I love this. And I love this for certain people because, like I said, it's amazing how certain people who try to copy each other's image, they still copying somebody else's image. So imagine when a group of nobodies are copying your image and telling you that you're the nobody. Amazing.
Yes, that's why I take it into account because I feel like a whole bunch of noise all actually contains the person who is giving the value, who is bringing what they need to bring, who is being obedient to whatever it is that they're being obedient to, right? As in doing what they're supposed to be doing, following their purpose, and they're the ones who are considered nobody. Interesting. That lets you know who you are and what you're about.
Hey, baby. Hold on.
Thank you.
You're okay. Come on.
Oh.
No, girl, I'm here.
Yes.
I know what you mean because, like I said, as far as the whole nobody thing, I feel like they know they're nobodies, but because they know that if you stick around long enough, you're gonna be that somebody. They feel like they can block you, but I guarantee you, they have so many opportunities of doing this to their own cousins, sisters, whoever. If you was able to do that, you would already did it to the people close to you. You trying to do it with.
Yes.
So imagine trying to attack somebody on a much bigger scale of spirituality and thinking it's actually going to come to pass, and they're not going to say anything. If you can afford to make channels talking about other people's business and acting like that's content, why wouldn't someone call you out for talking about their content and repeating it as your own?
Yes.
And in the name of gay men and gay covenants that ain't got shit to do with what I'm talking about.
I have a list.
They guess I have a list. Girl, don't we all at this point? How embarrassing.
Because like we get like the people like the senior sevens, yes, I'm calling you out because you lying and taking other people's information, even paying for other people's information, pretending like it's your information. Hey, you might as well just do Chat GPT and get my information, right?
Exactly. Just like Sheer Seven, a lot of the stuff that she's starting to put, she's been doing it for a while since I came on here, but I had when I realized she was trying to steal from me and then turn around and make it her content, I said, "Well, bitch, if this is the case, let me just come online and show you how it's done since you on here leading people to hell anyway." Okay? So I had no business.
For more than 10 years.
10 years and you and your members only repeating my content like it's members only content. Bitch, when you gonna tell them that you stealing from the fat lady who sings, who y'all would call an exotical?
Yes. She would never say that.
Of course not. Dusty women can't ever admit who they're copying.
Oh,
Unless they're like an immigrant or something. I love Cardi B. Oh my god. She's so awesome. But you hate the bitch that Cardi B is copying. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You don't even know what the foundation is. Oh, I can't trust you. I don't trust your eyes. You're blind. Take the dust out of your eyes. Thank you for laughing about
Girl, when I tell you,
accurate joke.
no, that's exactly how I be seeing it too. That's why when you see certain people see it the same way, I be tickled to my core because I knew I wasn't the only person who caught it this way. But the fact that nobody speak out on it, it'd be like, how?
Yes, and that's the thing. Uh, I feel like the 40s and up, if you're online, you need to be talking about calling people out. You shouldn't be doing these little TikTok dances and falling all over the place with it. You should. Well, I mean, everybody will have their little fun pieces and whatnot, but there's too many things that be going on, and it be going on way too long. Like what I was talking about with Cyan. It's how long has Cyan been online? How long has Cyan been pretending like she's any type of lifestyle guru?
Shit, longer than I've been in school actually getting my doctorate. While she been claiming to have her doctorate without any schooling. That's how long.
That's how
So I
long.
about done 12 years in school, and this motherfucker still lying about having a doctorate. How the fuck that worked out? When you talk about amazed, and then all the other people who come along be mad, because they be like, how dare you come here and call out our favorite nobodies? It's because you're a nobody too. Okay? It was a song. I don't know if a lot of people know it, but it's an old ass song. And it's the church song. And it'd be like, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody. But the somebody y'all keep talking about is not who the fuck y'all need to be talking about. And y'all know this. But the fact that they will know that they're a nobody lets you know that half these people already know they're nobodies.
Look at this is how petty I am. If you guys can buy Cheyenne's book, Who's a Fake, and give her a 4.6 on Goodreads, you can buy my book, because I'm a fake too.
Right, what? That's how I feel, because at this point, it's like, it don't matter if you do it for real. Only the fakes get the attention of the people who did the work. So by the time you come out, that's why everybody's like, "Oh, how I beat my writer's block, how I got over my ADHD, how I," and they will not tell you all they did was find a content creator that hasn't blew up yet.
Mm-hmm.
And every video they make, like I know that's why I make my shit live stream because I be trying to let people know whoever the people who steal my content be in my long ass live stream stealing it. Okay. So they be looking at my ugly face, as they call it, stealing everything they call ain't worthy of nothing. And you think they gonna look Jesus in their face and tell the truth? They ain't scared of nothing other than being forgotten about because they worth forgetting. Poor them.
How unfortunate. You poor unfortunate souls.
Yeah, that's why I was like, y'all, these folks so funny. Imagine Share 7 being online all these years. Bitch, why you not a millionaire? All the people who've been giving your broke ass money for your pill habits and stuff.
You haven't figured out how to use the stocks. You haven't figured out to pour your money into land. You haven't done. You must not have done anything because you're going to be crying about the death of your husband.
Girl, imagine when you so broke and down bad in real life, you can't even get off the internet to mourn your nigga. That's crazy.
That.
That's crazy, girl. You must be struggling, poo. And on top of that, I be thinking like, imagine when I imagine somebody offering you $5,000 just to prove that you a fake and you can't take it, knowing damn well you need that money.
Yeah.
Acting like you don't see it, bitch. You probably thinking right now, how can I do this without embarrassing myself? You can't. You might as well. You done got made more money looking like a fool anyway. So go ahead and take the little 5,000. Let's do a live stream and show people how you've been using my content since I've been on here. And half these people been reaching out to me through other services, not realizing who they talking to, because they don't own nothing. Whole time I'll be like, bitch, that's my company. It is my company. Okay, well, strike her on there or do this or and the whole time they be waiting to act like I stole this from somebody. Well, why they make you take the video down? Cause it's mine, like I told you. Take it down.
Well, I take this off the internet. The re-imaging channel.
They be so sick. I don't care if you don't come on here and tell people why you had to take them down. You taking them down because y'all stealing folks' content who can afford to sue you, and the internet companies that are allowing y'all to plagiarize cannot afford for them to be sued through you.
Exactly. I already had 500 views.
Yeah, like imagine being mad because you got 500 views off my video. Insane.
Insane. have the nerve to be upset, but not only upset, but you want to grind down on it and say, keep 10 toes down.
Man, I'm so mad because you made me take this down. I was getting views off of it.
Right.
What I tell you about them numbers, you don't play with the numbers. I control the numbers. And if I wanted the numbers, I'll take the numbers. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. I can't wait. When I do my next COVID meeting, that's probably what we're gonna enhance the numbers. I'm gonna be like, y'all, we're gonna choose some numbers. Let them choose some random numbers just so I can embarrass people with their real darkness on YouTube. And then people will understand. Don't come to YouTube playing through no Black Mirror. Don't come anywhere on here playing through Black Mirrors.
Right.
How fun. So fun.
People are so, oh, I'm just now seeing this. This is so funny to me.
What's that? Hold on real quick. Matter of fact, you guys, I've been on here running my mouth. Okay, y'all probably like, she ain't even talking to us. That's cool. But y'all get the point. And don't worry, this is not our last video calling out losers who want your aura and think they can aura farm you in front of the whole world as if you are like the average people they're used to aura farming. Okay, so we're going to talk about all these lame hoes who come on here and try to rest in someone else's aura. Okay, and then you would stop having to level up because if you would just be yourself, you'd stop having to level up to people. You will never be on the same wave as. So,
you will never be on the same page. You're already up there.
Period.
Because you're so busy trying to follow after somebody else.
Period. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all know we're gonna have the conversations, many more to come, many more loser people to be exposed, and of course, y'all know I got all the receipts because that's what a Black Mirror is, a giant receipt. So we'll come back and we'll show you guys plenty of receipts of how losers come online. And don't worry, Strategic Femme and all of y'all, we already screenshotted all the lame shit you was already stealing. You can hide it, you can do whatever you want to, you can remove it. But lame hoes gonna always be lame hoes until the unlame hoe come through and pull, okay, your card. And that would be me. So stay tuned, okay? I don't know how long y'all been on here playing these type of games. But I love games. And a lot of the spirits with me love games too. So we'll play. Again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, the sub button. I want not. When I get to 2,000 subs, we are still going to be doing cash giveaways, and we still might do some before then. So show your support. Don't be a hater. Don't miss your blessing. Align. Arise. I will talk to you guys later on here.